Hey, this is Rose Role-Playing Public Radio. We're playing Eclipse Phase Duality, the Jovian Republic game. So, in the last session, the players rescued a hapless AGI.
By any means necessary.
By any means
I would like to clarify some players.
Yeah. And the players also made deals with elements within the Jovian security apparatus to take down the exhuman threat. And they have decided to to go after the Ordos hab block, which is put at the bottom.
TBK.
Well, that depends on your actions. That certainly,
we can do it.
It is certainly within the realm of possibilities. I actually prepared for this scenario, so that's a bad sign for you. Yeah.
No weapons, no.
You guys have some weapons, like the ones,
Some.
that you fabricated, and you can get more. In fact, probably this session you guys won't even get there. You'll just be prepped. So I don't know. It depends on how you want to take it. First off, you all get a message from Sullivan who wants to meet with you, and so you arrange. I assume you want to meet with him. You could,
No.
yeah,
Start a business.
yeah. Let's ignore the plot. That works out.
Wait a minute, we need to run away from it. Aaron, how do we do this?
You just do it. I can't explain.
You meet in one of the anonymous safe houses that you've set up, which are basically literally just empty rooms with absolute minimal power hookups and life support. They are as cheap and surveillance proof as you can get in the Jovian Republic. And he tells you, well, I brought you together. You all trust each other, I assume, and you're working together. And because you're new to the scene,
We signed the contract.
yeah. Well, you've also proven that you have some competence. You survived an attack from the exhumans. You've gotten
We're totally competent.
The thing is, we're not the firewall cell that you've been working with. Me and Melissa and Father Hogan and Silence. We're not the only cell operating in the Jovian Republic, and they haven't introduced themselves to you, which is, I thought, odd. Unless they haven't told you not to mention that to me, but I assume they haven't. I used to be a messenger between them. They're asyncs, and I've been here for about 5 years now, and they moved me to this cell recently within the last year, and I believe this other cell is working, has been working for years, sort of in a way doing what the exhumans are doing, insinuating themselves in the higher echelons of the Jovian Republic. And I was an async. I am an async. And you are all aware of what those are, right?
Yes.
I assume. Okay.
I've read some papers.
I have no idea, but continue.
I can pass messages between people that cannot be detected by any surveillance message, and that's what I was used for. And I couldn't understand the context of them, but I gradually learned. I figured out their overall goal, which is, I believe that they're trying to. Their overall plan was to have a coup of the Jovian Republic government to replace it with something more friendly towards Firewall's aims. And by that I mean that they were more pragmatic and they were more concerned with achieving overall strategic goals, not liberating or improving the lives of the citizens of the Jovian Republic, or even changing the propaganda and doctrine of it. Just putting up another bunch of assholes in power who would then, help Firewall achieve its goals. I'm not
the same assholes, but our assholes, and therefore better assholes.
Yes, assholes who will work with us. And I believe that the main catalyst was that they were wanting us, me and the other, they wanted us insinuated in the lower echelons of society to help pave the way for a group of outsiders like yourselves to come in and essentially cause an incident that could be used as the catalyst for the coup. If the exhumans weren't a threat, there would be something else sooner or later. I think this has just accelerated their plans. But the thing is, I think that they're doomed to fail. I think they're underestimating the resolve and the intelligence of the Jovian operatives here, and that they will, at best, cause a civil war within the Jovian Republic, which will be catastrophic because we're in fucking space and the life support isn't that good in the first place, and at worst cause millions of deaths. So But the thing is, they won't talk to me. They just saw me as a pawn, and given my history with Firewall, which I've been trying to, get past that, but I have a sort of checker past. That's the thing is, everyone in my cell is sort of damaged goods. I have a bad history. Father Hogan is a flat, and he won't re-sleeve himself. He believes in death. So when he goes, he's done for. I mean, other than that, he's a great operative, but very idealistic, and he's, can't be barcast anywhere, and then a lot of other things. And then Melissa is a Jovian cop who is useful here, but useless everywhere else. And Silence is... and when I know you don't know this, but when I say he's crazy, he's crazy. You should mean that. He is.
I gathered, I got that vibe.
Although, I had to ask, what's Black Ice's story?
Well, Black Ice is a Cyrock variant who 5 years ago became very militant because of the Cyroks were outlawed, and he started psychosurgerying himself to become more effective, and that made him. And then, of course, time in this sector sort of radicalized him even further, and so just hardened exposure and just burnout. I would say if AGIs can't get burnt out, he needs time off. But he's a robot. They don't have time off. So here's the thing. I think that the coup cell the other cell is already helping us covertly. We has provided cover for us, but we need to find out what their plans are and get a meet with them to see if we can either help them or at least have a say in how the Jovian government is replaced.
So you don't think the meeting that we had before was with one of them? You don't think he was part of the cell?
The Maximilian?
Yeah.
I don't think he was. He didn't identify himself as Firewall. I think he was just a lone analyst who is... There's a lot of... these analysts can take a lot of risks, and maybe it's a false flag, but I don't think he's one of the Firewall members. I think that's something... And the coup cell, I don't think, knows about him or your deal with him. So we could have that as leverage. But I think if we... I believe if we get to the order story, get a lot of data... We could then send a message through the eye and force a meet and say, we've got enough we need to be brought to the table instead of just giving it out. So I'm saying, all really it means is just don't give up all the data after you get it from Ordos. We should
meet with the cell after Ordos.
Well, then we'd have more leverage. Okay. We could try and meet him now. I don't know what your rep is. I mean, if you have favors from proxies, I know Proxy Clean is involved in this. There's a few others. If you have a lot of at rep, you might be able to force a meet now. It's all about networking, even here. But I believe our best play is to get a meet after, because then we'd have them over a barrel. I mean, we would be well, you would. We're probably not all of us are going to make it. So that's his request is, don't just send what you're
put it online.
Yeah. Send a message. We need to meet. You could all, of course, say, hey, we have to meet in person because this data is too important to send over even the eye. And then you now realize you have a chance to affect the outcome of the Jovian Republic. So, many of you have any skills to analyze?
Everybody.
Yeah. Do you have any of you have any sort of political skills or networking? Yeah. Well, all right.
I do have some
relevant. Yeah.
I do have some hypercore connections, though I wouldn't. That's call them highly reliable.
Well, you make a networking hypercorp check.
Yep.
Yeah, I've also got
economics.
Economics might work. Yep.
Ecologists.
Not ecologist, definitely not ecologist. Oh, so what? Did you make it?
I'm going to flip that. So
okay.
Autonomous criminals?
Because you already know about Maximilian, so you already have one piece of puzzle. So with Aaron's successful check, with Maximilian, you were able to figure out who he was because he showed up to you, and doing a bit of research, you figured out Maximilian's play in a coup situation would be to go with make himself indispensable to a hardliner. He's certainly a conservative hardliner faction, but he's also a pragmatist. He'll make deals with anybody. Obviously, he's making a deal with you. So you know how he would react in a coup. So you could predict that. So if you wanted to get like the assholes in play power, our assholes in play power, backing Maximilian would help a lot, and certainly might prevent a civil war because he would know who to kill.
Future lobbying.
Yeah, so you could, instead of having a civil war, you could just have a nice old-fashioned Stalinist purge. So you have that.
As it should be.
Economics, you realize, obviously, hey, there's a massive amount of money to be made in this, wealth to be made in these kind of situations, if you play your cards right. And you could either just loot as much of the government and flee, you could then, or if whatever faction you help get into power, they would obviously owe you, and you could get exclusive contracts, part of the toll booth action. I mean, the sky's the limit. This is an incredibly, so stakes are very, very high.
So we could have some Jovian Republic asshole going, the bodies they buried that day.
Yes.
Laid the foundation for us.
You are in one of those kind of situations. And certainly the ongoing political instability, there have been more riots. Everyone's fully healed up, by the way. Another day has passed. For one thing, everyone, you realize anytime you go out in public, you have to, everyone, let's see here. Silence offers his services as a cosmetic surgeon. He has medical skills, and he is able to perform a minor procedure on your face to defeat facial recognition programs.
I'm not wanted.
I know.
Okay.
By the police.
Yeah.
Other people might be looking for you. So...
I am a person of interest, though.
Well, again, there's a coup, and the exhumans are certainly looking for
totes.
You know what? Knife me. Come
All
on.
right. That will be a will times 3, and then a psalm times 3.
Did not make the will times 3.
All right. 1, you're getting under the knife of a serial killer. It's a little unnerving.
Well, do I necessarily know he's a serial killer?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Sullivan tells you he is a contract killer who has been around for years. He has killed many people.
Okay,
And
well,
he
there's that.
has no compunction about killing innocent people.
Okay, so that's...
Lucidity. LUC.
Okay.
So just mark it down and buy another one. It's not incredibly stressful. Psalm times 3.
Oh, that I pass.
Okay. Your face, it basically, they're minor procedures, and they're just designed to defeat facial recognition programs. Your things are moved like millimeters away, so it'll pop up as a different face. So people will look at you like, you look different. Did you get a haircut? But not enough that...
I shaved a little.
Yeah, exactly. So is anybody else doing it?
I will. So
right.
I meant to ask about stress and trauma, too. Have we been able to get any kind of comfort or anything else to negate that?
You can get with therapy with Father Hogan in a time-accelerated simul space. So he has psychotherapy at 70. So if you want to roll, you could do that to recover 1 trauma worth.
Okay, so I will try that at least.
Yeah.
So are you rolling?
I'm rolling.
Okay.
He's an NPC, so you can do that.
Okay.
As he basically, but it's Catholic themed,
So
yeah.
There's going to be a lot of it.
yeah, there's a massive amount of guilt there.
Replace
So.
all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so and that was a
Also
will.
drinking.
Yeah.
So we're going will times.
You're going to
Will
become
times
noble
3.
when you come
If
out
you
of it.
fail,
know
you
that.
lose 1 lucidity.
All right. Made it.
All right,
26.
and then Psalm times 3. This is more important.
Okay. It's going to be the exact same
Saw
roll.
those Titans and felt bad about it because you masturbated that one time.
And I failed that.
All right. He botches the routine a little bit, or you twitch a little bit. So you can choose this one social skill of your choice to have a -5 penalty for this session, as it heals and your face it's stiff, awkward. So
It was a -5.
actually, make it -10. That's easier to remember.
-10. So
To deception or persuasion or intimidate.
I'll go to deception since that only take it down to a 55. So,
Okay. There you
so
I rolled a 19 on interfacing.
go. Okay.
Can I just tell my medicines to heal something up but leave a scar?
Okay. That will probably work too. Yeah. Sometimes
I will make sure Silence sees me do it. No, I got this.
All right. Give me sometimes 3.
I mean, he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
Sometimes you still might, like, your face might heal wrong.
29.
All right, so you don't have any penalties.
I'll do the same thing.
You don't have medicines. Oh, but are you going under science?
Yeah,
All right,
stick that way
roll
for
time,
mine.
sir.
So I'll just have a badass scar.
All right, 1 lucidity. He's happy to work on you. He
He just
whistles.
can't.
Oh, I know. I don't need it.
Yeah. All right.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Here.
Lucidity. So now
I want
it's
to know how
29.
you got these scars.
No.
So just put 29 down somewhere. Yeah.
I made that one.
Okay. All right, so you got the information about the upcoming coup, but you also Black Ice is giving you some information about the raid, about getting to Hablog Ordos. He says between him and Sullivan, they're able to figure out there's basically a sensor dead zone, several hundred meters around the actual. There's basically a one. It's about 2 square blocks in size, city block size. What they call a black box. It's basically a heavily shielded, just facility that only has a couple of inputs, like for power. And 2 entrances in or out. One is a service elevator, and one is a maintenance tunnel. They don't know anything else about what's in the black box, but that has to be the heart of their operation. But around that black box, there's a sensor dead zone for several hundred meters in every direction, which the Jovian systems won't pick up on. So that's got to be the heart of their operation. But obviously those sensor dead zones are the Jovian sensors. The exhumans probably have their own sensors. So there are 2 options in there, but Black Ice has told you he has run hundreds of simulations, and he believes that, like, lone infiltrators trying to sneak into the facility, get data, and sneak out would have virtually no chance of success because, again, it's a black box. We don't know what the defenses are. You might be able to get past the exhuman sensors, but once you get in the black box, who knows? He does believe, though, a lightning raid, by committing all the firewall forces and getting some more forces, would be able to... The thing is, they probably have between 20 and 50 exhumans and vac suits, which would be basically pod morphs that are heavily armored, like the guys you fought at the factory. And so... What Black Ice has figured out, each one of those vac suit workers has a exhuman in a flat or a splicomorph acting as a double. So John Smith, the exhuman, is a flat. But when he goes punch in to be a vac suit worker, he goes off and be a member of Spirit of Longinus, while the podmorph vac suit worker clocks in as him and then does. So they're basically double timing it. But those 20 to 50 exhuman vac workers are going to be the guards, but there's only going to be a handful of them at any time. Now, as soon as the attack happens, as soon as you start attacking, they'll start coming in to reinforce it, but, those they won't all be there at that time, so we'll be able to overwhelm the initial defenders, set up defenses, and then the Jovian firewall agents have fought together before as a team, so they could hold the ground above the black box while your team goes into the black box to get data. There should only be a handful of defenders and traps in there.
No, for external,
because they would not, because they were expecting 2 responses. 1, either a lone infiltrator, a firewall ninja, or 2, the Jovian police showing up in force, in which case they just blow everything up. They're not going to expect a Jovian, fire squad, fire team, basically, or a makeshift erasure squad. There are some things we can do to have a force multiplier. You can talk to the individual agents. Melissa, Sullivan, and Silence both have ways to increase the odds in your favor. They also have their own weapons. So that's the plan that Black Ice has said would have the best chance of getting all the data out of that. And that would have information on the entire plan. It would have everything, including all the information on the other cells, so you'd be able to roll them up after that. In fact, of course, once you raid that block, the chances of them just starting their plan because, oh God, we have to do it or it'll never happen, are probably going to raise up pretty high. So we'd have to act quickly after all that. So time's going to... But we have some time to plan ahead of, to plan this out and prepare, including running some training missions in simul space and, all kinds of things. So
there's 2 entrances, the maintenance tunnel and the service elevator?
Yes. The service elevator we can just cut open the doors and the entire team can just jump in down there, and it looks like a 2-story drop down into the black box, and then the maintenance tunnel could only let one firewall agent in at a time, and that would be with a ladder, so you'd have to just jump down or climb down. So you could hit both, and they're both within like 20, 25 meters of each other, so they're very close to each other. So we just go to one point, and then you guys drop down while the Jovian agents guard above you and hold off the guards, hold off the other exhumans.
Split the difference. So
yeah. So the the Jovian cell has some ideas to help get the odds in your favor, and they have weapons and armor and stuff like that.
Quick deploy death traps, though. Things that we can put behind us, like
we do
space
have mining
criminals.
charges.
We do have those. Sullivan thought you might want to just take those yourself because they would undoubtedly have doors and shit, and you'd probably want to blow through walls. He only has so many because he's only been able to scavenge. Basically, he's had to make them by hand by stealing supplies from work. So they're.
Well, I say we split up and talk to the firewall agents to see what they can offer us.
Okay. Who do you want to talk to first? Father Hogan can hold his own in combat, but he has to be there because the church has the server that Black Ice is on, and Black Ice will need that server in order to analyze the data in a timely fashion.
yeah, I would rather keep his cover.
I'll talk to Melissa
put him into the
first.
field.
Okay. Melissa tells you, look, I can do a lot to help you guys, but after this, I want out. I want out of the Jovian Republic. I mean, I've been helping you for years. We've caught a lot of bad guys, and I appreciate your help. But this is it's just getting too crazy here. And I know Firewall can transform me somewhere else, like a Martian city or something, make me a hyper corp office drone. Thing is, I'm flat, and I haven't been backed up before. So here's what I can offer. One, I can get in the police armory and take a whole bunch of shit and remove the security features. So you can get riot shields, body armor, full helmets with specs, T-ray emitters, all that stuff. Some weapons. Kinetic, not railguns, but a lot of that stuff. There's also, though, police lockup. There's a group of servitor robots that were seized because we don't like robots for some reason, and some rich asshole thought they could bring them in there anyway. But Black Ice has told me those robots are pretty sturdy, and we could mount. I have enough extra machine guns that we could just mount them and some armor plating. We could mount them on there, so you could. And Black Ice could put Delta forks of himself in each one, and they could be your little killbot squad. In fact, one of them could be mounted with a portable server so that Black Ice can accompany you into the black box so he could hack shit for you. So that'd be 7 robots on your side, plus police weapons and stuff like that. But I'm not going to do it unless you can give me a brain scan and send it to Firewall. There's a medical clinic we can get to. I mean, I can't get it on my police health plan. Joe doesn't offer that. I'm not high enough on the totem pole. If I was commissioner, I'd get a brain scan, but no. And then get that data farcasted or smuggled out to Firewall. So even if I die, I can wake up in a nice new life. That's not here.
Is there any way to get a full list of positions that are available for brain scans? We might be able to falsify data for you.
There are 2 left in Liberty City that I could get. There are 2 privately owned clinics. The military ones you can forget about. There are 2 privately owned ones that are still operating after the Spear and Longinus attacks. And one of them is much better guarded than the other. So it's the best one. I've already done the work on that. So the main thing is, they probably got the Spear. Longinus probably has guys watching it, so you need to sneak me in and out. And then maybe do a little hacking to falsify what they're doing with the data or something like that. I mean, it's a legal procedure. I can do it. But I'm just, kind of scared I don't want to get shot before I go to the clinic or right after I get to the clinic.
No.
And I can't take weapons in there and armor, and that would be suspicious. So you give me scans so I can start a new life somewhere. I'll get you all kinds of goodies.
I think we can accomplish that, don't you?
All right. Well, we need to know all our options.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before we
and you can do all of them, or some of them, or none of them. Or if you have other ideas on how to
Who do you
do
want to
that.
talk to, Tom? You got
There's Sullivan and Zion.
Father,
Or Father.
Silence, and then Black Ice.
I'll talk to the silence.
All right. So, no, he's not that kind.
I guess he's more the hi. How's it going?
He's getting actually a little more happy since you first met him. I mean, he was kind of reserved when he was in that restaurant as Jack Renault, the executive, but now that he is willing to cut loose, and he's been wanting to ditch the Jovian Republic for a while, and this is a good excuse so he can go hunting for a good long time. Have a good organization can back him up and don't have to worry about all those crimes against humanity and all that other stuff. So he tells you, look, all my money's out. Like,
Yeah, we took care of that.
yeah, no, I appreciate it. But I still know a lot of people here. There's not just gangs, there's mafias, there's syndicates here.
There's always a syndicate.
There's
no matter where you go.
multiple syndicates, and they're all armed to the teeth. And I'm owed a lot of favor, and I have a lot of rep. So what I'm saying is, if I had enough money, I could get a gang of guys with weapons and armor standing by a tunnel, say, near where the reinforcement would have to, those exhumans would have to go to get to, to get back to High Block
Yeah,
Orders.
you see, it's that kind of thought and initiative that actually gives me hope.
So we could have some cannon fodder intercept those reinforcements to give us more time in the tunnels. Of course, they're vicious killers, but they're going to be lightly armed, and they'll almost certainly all be killed by the exhumans. But they'll delay them.
Well, that's as natural. That's just natural.
But the thing is, I'm broke. I took all my money out. I can't pay them, and this is the kind of thing you have to pay up front for. I can come up with the reason why. I could say, "Oh, it's another rival syndicate. I'm going to be hitting them here. You hit them here." So they'll believe any bullshit story I tell them. But we need to pay them up front, and the way I figure it would be about 50,000 credits. Now the thing is, I won't give you a problem without giving you a solution. I learned that from my life in the corporate hypercorps.
I'm taking yes. Go ahead.
There's another person I worked for, and I believe I'm breaking contractor confidentiality, but, he had me kill people, so whatever. There's a man named Nicholas Severin, who smuggled in a lot of artifacts and things from Earth, brought them to the Jovian Republic. It's how he paid his way here, and he's holding on to them so he can hold. He doesn't want to be re-sleeved or anything, but he doesn't want to die. Just a crotchety old bioconservative asshole who gave up and let a lot of people die so he could bring his things back to fleeing. Anyways, terrible person. He's got at least one Earth artifact I know that would pay off the entirety and probably have some change left over for us if you wanted to. We just have to go in there and kill him. It would be pretty easy, certainly with you guys' talents, but, he is unarmed, he's an old man. So if you're okay with casual...
He's bioconservative, you say?
Yeah.
Fuck him, I'll kill him. I'm totally going to... First of all,
the thing is, of course, this will have to be on the down low. Firewall won't like this. So I can always lie and just claim I had a little bit of money left over to pay the thugs off if we do this.
Well, I'll need to run this by my colleagues, of course.
Well, of course.
We're a team.
This whole section of the campaign should just be called Murdering Space Republicans.
How else would you do an adventure in the Jovian Republic? Like, if everyone's a space Republican, and you're doing a Firewall game, some of those fuckers have to die. I mean, that's just Firewall. Like... They show up in, Extropia. Space libertarians have to die.
Yeah.
And I should bring this up. This is also this is during the heat of the net neutrality arguments coming up now, which makes it...
Your guys' adventure in the Titanian Commonwealth was space socialists have to die.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Firewall is an equal opportunity murdering conspiracy.
Yay.
So that was silence.
I'll talk to Sullivan, I guess.
Yes. Hi. Look, my Hadblock day technician days are going to be over pretty soon, one way or the other. But I still have access to some systems within there, some tunnels. And if you look at the architecture and geography, Black Ice has pointed out some points in the schematics where I could rig things in there to sabotage the tunnels to create blockage, fill up certain key sectors with waste fluid, or just, plant charges and blow shit up. There's a couple of different ways to do it, depending on how, scorched, well, not earth, but you know what I mean. You want to go, but there's the easy way, which just creates things that could be easily repaired, wouldn't delay them too long, but it would delay them. Or we could just blow a bunch of things up and make it impossible for them to get in. But I would need help doing that. I could get you in there as new workers, because I need a crew. I mean, usually you don't work alone. You work in a crew of 3 or 4, and I can't just ask my workers, "Hey, you're going to be planting these explosives here."
Explosives there?
And the other thing is the exhuman are, those guys are vac workers, and I don't know who's human and who's really a podmorph in a vac suit. And there have been some workers have been getting sick and not showing up to work, and I believe they're looking for me. But we could cut off all the reinforcements if we're really brutal. I mean, I would not want to do this. Honestly, I don't want. The people here suffer enough. I mean, I'm kind of not being like I used to be. I don't want to be like that anymore. But you guys, you have more of a big picture, and you're the cell in charge, and I'm trying to respect Firewall protocol. So, it's your call.
Okay, we'll take it into consideration. What are you doing after this, Sullivan? What are your plans?
Well, I assume all of us are either going to be dead and have to be relieved. I would like to get out of the Jovian Republic and apply somewhere less stressful, but, I think I've been in purgatory long enough.
Well, our mutual acquaintance wanted to say hello.
Oh, I've been doing a lot of work. Father Hogan's helped me, a lot of therapy, a lot of calming down, getting over some issues that I've had,
I hear you like simulspace here. I've made this Alice in Wonderland.
says hi.
Oh, of course, Fayen would say hi. Oh man, If I'm needed back in, I think I've gotten over my phobia of Luna. So
yes, it wouldn't be official Firewall work, but sometimes our needs intersect. I'm certainly not the only. You're certainly not the only reason I'm here, but our friend did want to extend you an offer.
I'm surprised. I would be honored. Of course, I can't give up Firewall. They've helped me so much, but I feel like I owe it to at least undo the damn. Well, I didn't. It was complicated. I don't know what she told you.
I haven't actually ever met Fayen. It's the other one. Let's just say that though my boss may be black and white, he understands the moral gray areas in which you must operate, and your skills, the skills of the man who planned the greatest bank heist in lunar history, would be appreciated in our organization.
I would.
Wait, the football helmet?
If I don't make it through the raid, just take my stack with me.
Hail Mary.
I think I've done enough penance here. I think I would be allowed to leave. I think they probably want me out of their hair after this anyway. I would be honored. Just give my stack after it's. If I don't make it, if we manage, if we all. I mean. Odds are none of us are physically going to make it out of this place, but we could try. If we might be able. Certainly, if we.
It's a splicer.
Well, you're the reason I'm here, Bartleby. Hopefully, we stop the extinction of the entire Jovian Republic. But
I would very much like that.
you do what you have time for.
I would prefer not to have them dead.
All right.
So
Sullivan wants to blow shit up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
After I do self-contact.
Well, he wants to blow. He doesn't. The thing is, he does tell you there are basically 3 options: light, medium, and heavy. Like light would not damn. Like the thing is, the more you blow up these tunnels are actually used for life support and infrastructure. If you go heavy, it's going to cause a lot of damage to the community of people in the polar sector.
Scorched asteroid.
Yeah, but it would cause massive delays in the exhumans getting to defend that. Light would. Slight delay, medium, kind of in between those. So it's up to you on how much you want to do that.
Yeah.
But he would need help because you guys would have to be the rest of his work crew and watch his back while he's playing the charges and whatnot. So those are the other thing. Father Hogan doesn't have much. He's basically counseling people and making sure no one discovers the secret server that has a AGI hacker /terrorist in it.
We will not back down from terror.
Yeah.
If you would like to confess.
But you guys, if you guys have other ideas, you can access similar space
Well, I
in
guess
there and do time
after we
acceleration.
meet our respective client, people.
Yeah.
Like, I've been offered if we take this one dude out.
Well, if you can get 50,000 credits some other way, if you guys have enough 50,000 credits in your character's bank accounts, you could do it. Or if you had gear, you could probably sell it. Guns are actually being sold, or you can sell them at a high price. For some reason, there's a great demand for
what are they
weapons.
buying?
Yeah, guns.
Although, can we get anything else off of Renault?
Renault is silence.
Okay,
He went AWOL.
Never mind.
In
So I
order
completely forgot
to
about that.
join you full time.
Never mind.
He's happy.
He was being under investigation, and you actually find out that he's in a Fury morph that was cosmetically modified to look like an old man more flat. And the investigators found that out, which is one of the reasons why he had to flee and get all his assets out of the system. Because he is a crazy serial killer who loves combat and death.
What a guy.
Yeah, no, and he's on your side. There's a reason why they're
Hey,
in the...
as long as he's on our side, I love this man.
Yeah, no, he won't have collateral damage issues.
I think
He's
we
not trying
definitely
to kill
need
us.
the killbots and the weapons because we are underarmed.
Also, and we have no idea if those exo frames will come back into play. So,
I know it's going to.
Well, there are enough of those
Killbots.
exoskeletons
Yay.
that you cannot. There's no way you could hold them off. I mean, there are thousands of them probably.
no, but well, I know they've been shipped everywhere. We just don't know if they're going to point them at us if they still have some, which they.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
They're the main instrument for their plan to recreate the fall. They're playing the role of the harvesters. Remember those guys?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. I don't
I think
remember
the
that.
killbots that's my vote. If we have to do one,
You have time to do all of them. Right now,
but if we had to do one, we would. I
Choose killbots
would
over
vote do
killbots.
that because that's not just killbots; it's killbots and armory.
Yeah. Plus black ice on top of that to mitigate hacking duties. So.
I mean, Black Ice, you could cram him into an Ecto or something, but he would not be very fast. If you put him in a portable server, he would be able to hack shit real fast, brute force it within combat rounds instead of 10 minutes.
So, actually, also before I do it, it's like talking to Robot. I just want to call
Jackson, yeah.
I just want to call him Chappie now, but
yeah, I know.
Jackson. See if he has any other insight about how we can sneak around. So,
Jack, you already got Black Ice already talked to him and got that information. That's where you found out about the censored dead zone. I forgot to mention that. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
But yeah, Jackson and his one human sympathizer are holed up somewhere, and you'll have to get them out at some point. Yeah, in fact, you've had to. Sullivan had to get medicine to her because she's not doing super well because she's a flat in a cold and damp place.
Yeah. Crap. So if we can try to see,
and she hasn't been backed up either, of course.
no, which we need to get a brain scan of her as well.
If you that would be super moral if you could, but a homeless person and wanted terrorist criminal would be harder to get into a medical clinic than a police officer.
My robotic puppy, goddammit. If you're going to start calling it that.
Your robotic puppy has its own puppy, which is a human. So, good job. Way to see them as equals there.
No, you were calling it. Everybody else was calling it the robotic puppy.
I was calling it the sympathy
person.
monster because that's what it is. So yeah, and if you have other ideas on how to delay or stop the reinforcements, I mean, you have some data on the exhuman vac workers. They look like they're custom pod morphs. It looks basically like a robot endoskeleton with meat poured over it to hide the robot endoskeleton and put that in a vac suit.
If there was something that occupied them.
Well, if you could capture one, if you got to identify and capture one, like do a sting operation.
An exhuman?
Yeah, one of the vac workers, you could definitely get a lot of data out of its cortical stack and then if you had got samples or something like that to Black Ice, you could analyze it and figure out a way to reliably detect them.
Well, do we know specifically anyone that may have infiltrated Spear of Longinus or?
Probably Benny.
So those pods would have stacks, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the exhumans?
Mm-hmm. The pod workers did. Black Ice was able to tell that from the footage he saw from the factory raid.
Well, we could try and help Sullivan with the sabotage, and since the crew is infiltrated by the exhumans, we could try and identify one while we're there.
Yeah.
pop its stack, and then if we manage to sneak Sullivan into your brain scan, we could use the equipment while she's getting scanned, because that's going to take hours to interrogate the exhuman.
You could do that.
Also use the facility for a dual
So
purpose,
you could, you could
Yeah.
go during the medical clinic during normal hours, but if you want to use it covertly, you could just sneak in and make it into a heist, basically.
And we can provide and possibly provide backups for Jackson and his
Well, I have a
friend.
plan for sneaking into the medical facility.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is, Melissa is still a legitimate police officer, and she can just go there and have herself backed up. The thing is, she is scared that the Spirit of Longinus is, watching out.
She can go there and have herself back
Legally, she can.
She's afraid of assassination, so...
The Spirit of Longinus already bombed one clinic, and they're probably going to bomb another one. So she's scared of getting killed before she gets backed up. Or right after she gets backed up.
It would be the horrible bastard thing is if we could get into the
So
Spirit
she's
of
afraid they're
Longinus.
going to get her because she's a police officer.
They're just, or that
Or
she's,
just, they just bomb the place. So.
or that she's just getting backed up. Remember, they're bioconservative terrorists. They're not
Well,
exactly.
That's not my plan. I thought she couldn't get in because she wasn't high enough of a rank.
She can't get it on her police
Of a
plan.
police officer.
That's why she can't use the government's facility. Like, she has to go to a private clinic and pay for it herself. But she hasn't just enough money to do it. It will bankrupt her, but she doesn't give a shit anymore. She wants out.
And she said the government facility we can't even consider, right?
She doesn't know anything about it. You could case it and see if there is an exploit. Certainly, that's another opportunity because you know that there is another cell operating here. If you can make networking favors from Firewall to get access to it, there must be higher ups that are friendly to Firewall. That would require networking or try and get that meet ahead of time, or just networking favors to get a single member of them to meet with you, because they're probably. This is the wheels within wheels, Tinker Tailor Soldier spy shit at this point, So they might.
And we still have all the access.
They might want. They probably don't know everything that you're up to, so they probably might want something from you.
Do you want to risk the meeting?
Well, they won't betray you because that would betray themselves too.
Sure.
But they might want something you might not want to pay for.
So what was your...
Or they might just give it to you for free, and you would just owe them a favor later on.
Well, I thought we couldn't go to the medical clinic.
Sorry,
I was thinking we could see, because they only back people up if they want to save them for a long time, but they don't just want to save people for a long time that are useful to them, because they're on their side. So I say we make Melissa impersonate a descendant, and we walk in as Jovian Special Ops, and she won't talk, so we're going to download her, and then she's going to fucking talk. And then we have her downloaded as a mind state, and then she still keeps her cover as a police officer.
Everyone can get, you can be a security ops or a con scheme check or anything like that.
Profession spycraft?
Yeah, that would
Con
definitely
schemes,
work.
I make con schemes too.
All right.
54 out of 55.
Basically, where there's a government facility, so that's easy to find. The main thing is obviously getting Jovian Special Forces IDs, or the thing is, the Terran Ancestral Heritage Institute, the organization has been subverted by the exhumans, probably has that kind of stuff. And let's see, what have you gotten from them? What kind of data? You haven't gotten much from them yet.
We downloaded everything on the servers from the factory.
From the factory, okay. Let's see, with that information, Black Ice is able to tell you that there is another place. You could get those kind of covert IDs. The Terran Ancestral Organization has done this kind of thing before, actually, and so there's a procedure in place. So you would just need to find a case officer and basically turn him to you for the short term. Basically frog march him in with a gun on his back.
Yeah.
He has identified two. He thinks one of them is an exhuman. The other one is just a guy that there's two case officers that you're aware of. You have their real names, their real identities. One of them is an exhuman, though. So,
and that could, if one of them is an exhuman,
we could also just be more simple and
you could just march her in there. All you'd have to do is basically, also with a con scheme check, you realize if the Spear's watching it, they've got someone nearby in a room somewhere or in a vehicle watching basic stakeout stuff. You identify them and distract them or take them out, then she can walk in fine.
Yeah.
So It
Or
can't.
just even just distract them.
Yeah, exactly.
So that might be simpler.
It would be simpler, but it wouldn't get you as much. I mean,
Or
you
if we
get
get-
Melissa's help, but that's it. Like,
Or
you
if we
were
do the plan where you take one of the caseworkers, if we get the exhuman as well, that could net us the information that we need from his stack.
Of course, the exhumans are crazy as hell and might not cooperate so easily. You do have Sullivan. He
And
does
that's when
have
we meet
he
puppets.
does have async power, so he might be able to help you with that on that end. But that's drawing more people in, so more risk, more reward.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, do you want to use one and string it on the other one or not?
Yeah, Tom, any ideas? Safe on this part on the prep, or do you want to go?
No, I'm actually. I was thinking. This other thing that we made. It'd be a lot easier if we just get. Like, we could actually ask for like, hey, we have a possible way to make this even easier from Firewall, but we need like a $50,000 loan.
That would be a networking firewall check and some favors. Yeah, you could do that. And the thing is, actually, you realize you might be able to just get it from them, but then you would owe the coup cell a favor, which they would undoubtedly call in as, hey, go kill those guys. Why? They're just innocent. Yeah, but we really want to take over the government. They might.
It's just the way we. Which is the thing.
Or maybe they say, hey, go rescue those puppies and orphans. You don't know. It's just owing someone higher up in Firewall a favor.
Well, actually, I'm going to try to get the money from Firewall then.
All right, now we're
Because
going Firewall.
That's a lot easier than breaking in and killing a dude who's probably going to have super insane security.
No, Silence has cased him. He's thought about it, killing him before.
Yeah, still.
It's just the morality of it.
So, would that be a roll?
The morality
and
of killing
a,
something from
Never
silence.
A rep spend too?
I will give you a bonus if you spend points.
Alright, spend 5.
All right, I'll give you a plus 10 bonus.
I have 85 of that, so.
Okay,
So now it's back to 80. Alright, what would be the bonus on that?
plus 10.
Was 10. 70.
All right.
I will spend a Moxie point
That was a 94, lady.
to flip that. I'm
All
going
right.
to spend a. No, I should
All right.
flip that, so.
Okay, that's a point of Moxie. Yeah, your Moxies have all been reset because you got time to rise.
Yeah, this is the other. Hey, we need some good old fashioned cash here.
An anonymous message comes back. Firewall. If this money is used for organizational purposes,
Yes.
it can for operational purposes. It can be. You will owe. Just be sure to reciprocate when you're given this call sign, and you're given basically an alphanumeric code. So whenever you get sent that code over the eye, you are supposed to go help whoever that is. Otherwise, you will be breaching them. We help you. You help us.
I know how this works.
Okay.
Dude, I'm totally Firewall.
All right. Well, they're
Okay, so
emphasizing it because they probably have a reason that they want you.
Then I will contact
Silence?
and say, all right, got the money.
Oh, interesting. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you want some more money? Like, I mean, it's really
yeah.
easy to do.
Yeah, the thing is, like, as much as that'd be awesome. He sounds like the guy I would just love to off.
Sure.
But
I'll let you take the shot.
I think it's
Let's go!
but, time permitting.
I'm glad you agree!
But see, like right now, time permitting, I think.
Would you like to sign the bullet?
Yeah.
I think it's just best that we. Yeah,
Very well.
We do things quickly.
All right.
So but go ahead, arrange that.
All right, you transfer the money to Silence. Silence says, I have them on standby, assuming we take place within a week. They're used to floating timetables, hurry up and wait.
Oh yeah, sure. This is probably going to happen very
Yeah.
soon.
So you'll have a crew of armed thugs ready to throw themselves at the exhumans.
So I'll come back to him. Okay, boys, I got some cannon fodder. So that'll be good.
So do you want to do the light sabotage and see if we can bait an exhuman,
Yeah, I would shout.
steal his stack, and then deal with the other thing, or do you want to devote all?
I think as much.
I
think as much information as we can get would be good. If we could get one of these guys.
Well,
All right, I'll talk to Black Ice. So there's a ton of information on the servers about how they edited the minds of the people at the factory to hide the disappearances and all the crazy shit, right?
There is information on how they covered it up. Yes, like they would keep notes on who they mostly just. That's why there were so many worker deaths. They just killed people who were getting too close to the truth. They do talk about taking people away for adjustments, which Black Ice believes people were taken to Havelock Ordos for psychosurgery. They didn't have it at the factory, obviously. So people were replaced. So they might have been able to clone people and
So what I want to know is, like, what do those people have in common? Like, if I want to turn myself into a big, juicy
target.
exhuman target,
Oh, okay.
Like, what kind of cover do I come up with as anonymous hab worker B?
To make you suspicious.
One, you could pose as a firewall agent who's just broken tradecraft, because they're undoubtedly looking for Sullivan/Bartleby right now, because they must have realized that you guys used the maintenance tunnels to escape, and that would have only happened with somebody on the inside. So that's one. Break tradecraft, do something super spy-ish. And two, right now, two would be... given their plans of what they want to do. They want to do something with life support systems. So someone who's quality control, or someone who is, say, like, I'm an undercover quality control inspector for the life support systems. I'm just posing as a VAC worker so I can really inspect the systems. That would be the other one, because...
Okay.
Oh, you filled this with deadly neurotoxin. Boy, that's OSHA's going to hear about this.
You get a B minus.
So
This is not
You're going to get a minor fine unless you fix that out within the next 6 to 8 month period.
yeah. So those would be the two big ones that they'd be working for in the maintenance tunnels.
Okay.
There would be other ones, but they would not be vac suit workers in maintenance tunnels.
So I will roll networking criminal,
Okay.
and I will make it.
Okay.
How much G-Rep to manufacture a flimsy-ass cover as a hab inspector from like ID crew or somebody?
I would say like 5 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
To get one made very quickly.
Yeah, I know. I want it to be bad.
Oh, no. Well, it will be made very quickly.
Yeah, that adds to the legend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go in with Sullivan. Does anyone else want to go in? I can disguise my combat
He needs at
armor
least
as a
two
vac
of you.
suit, right?
The what?
My combat armor can just look like a vac suit, right? Since it's
I'll go with you.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
If you can customize the look of it, yeah.
What do you feel like you would need with you, with someone going with you?
Sullivan says he can do all the
Sullivan
technical...
says he needs help, yeah.
Sullivan can do all the technical work, so you don't have to make any...
But he needs a group of 3 to 4 people.
He needs people to look out, and like if workers pass by to, like, nothing suspicious here, and then also be on the lookout for exhumans.
I can hold a clipboard and wave a pencil at things and
Space
just kind of
clipboard, but yes.
Also, people.
I'm sorry, Neo clipboard.
I'm also guessing.
Look at them, they're pipes. Them pipes look rusty.
I'm also guessing good perception.
Good perception, yes. That's if you want to detect the exhumans.
Well, then that would not be me.
You can
That would
also...
be me.
And that would be me then, so...
You can not take any rifle-sized weapon, obviously. Pistol-sized weapons would be okay. A submachine gun could be fit into
vibro
with its
knife.
clip
I'll
unloaded.
just do shards.
All right. In terms of other equipment, you can take other things. Sullivan
knife.
tells you he has 2 nanodetectors. He got paranoid, so over the years.
Bartleby, no change. I pop a Guardians for.
Yeah. He
You're
doesn't.
asleep. I do it anyway. The game's over. I pop a Guardians for.
He says he does have 1 Guardian Swarm, but he doesn't want to take it yet because he's afraid that the Jovian...
I was told also, here's something from Lewis Carroll. So,
So yeah, I would.
Who told you?
So who's going with me?
I'll go with you. I have 55%.
All of you can go if you want. Like, he can take up to...
Here, I'll go with.
All right.
I thought we discussed space clipboard. I'm going.
So are you taking...
Can I get black ice? I can get an ecto, right? Ecto's
Yeah.
pretty minimal, even
Yes.
with the Jovian Republic. I can get an ecto with a holographic display, and I can get black ice just alone random hab inspection software on it.
Sure.
So I can basically have a visual clipboard.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah. Like, it's your first day on the job, yeah.
Neo, Bob Vill's Quick Inspect.
So yeah, basically we Shanghai them.
Yeah.
We draw in however many come after me,
Yeah.
and then those guys pull in behind.
Yeah.
How are we going to disable them to get them alive?
We don't need them alive.
Oh, okay.
We need a stack. They're exhumans, so they back up. So
Yeah.
And I have a handy dandy fiber blade for that.
Yeah.
So
And they
we
probably...
need to kill them.
Yeah.
Killing them's good.
Let's see, will a wasp knife help on that?
do you want to inject them with it?
What are you going to inject them with?
Yeah. It's a podmorph, so it would have some effect on him, but Black Ice tells you essentially that these are well made considering the circumstances, but again, it's a robot surrounded by meat in a suit. Like, if you pop the suit, it will bleed meat. It's not high quality stuff. It can't take off the suit either. The suit holds it together. It's just enough to defeat sensors.
Once we puncture that suit, then it's...
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You could poison the meat with whatever you have in the wasp knife.
But it's still a robot.
Yeah. It will just look like a deflated robot. Or look like,
a deflating meat puppet.
Yeah, deflating meat puppet. There we go. Visuals, quality.
Deflating meat puppet was my band in high school.
So I have 2 sharp pistols.
All right, I'll give you a
guys
point of
have?
moxie for that, Aaron.
Yeah, you got it.
Well,
Just the
like a
knife?
heavy rail pistol?
You can fit that in your thing.
Actually, I'm sorry.
You can take a pistol-sized weapon. You can take a submachine gun if you unload it first, because I think you took submachine guns from the dudes. Oh yeah, by the way, the cart had from the factory was a weapon depot. It had a lot of ammo and other tools for also body removal tools and forensic and a nanoswarm to. And just a simple swarm program to remove forensic evidence, which a firewall, black
I did
eyes.
a reservation.
Yeah. Black eyes can reprogram, but it's exhuman tech, so they'll probably know how to reprogram it back really quickly. So he doesn't want to waste his time on it. So he just recommends destroying it after you take the ammo from it, because ammo is ammo. It's not that high tech. So you
Ammo
can
good.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Actually, by the way, can he hack those rifles that they had, the ones that had the security thing on them?
Did you take them with you? I thought that you shocked it and you
You
pat.
were unconscious.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
dropped mine.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I dropped my railgun too, and I just kind of.
I never picked one up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have any. You can try when you get one, if you get one. But yeah.
That's why we need the weapons. We are underarmed.
Yeah, vibroblades, pretty much.
Yeah. You can get Silence can get you weapons at double book price through the black market. So if you had some credits, you can do that.
Well, I mean, we got Sullivan.
Yeah.
Let's try. Not Sullivan.
Melissa.
Melissa, yeah.
Yeah, she can get you more guns from the
That's
police.
why
armor.
Killbots is number 1 priority.
Yeah,
But,
she will-
If we can bring something to the table there, let's do that. Too.
All right. So all of you go. He gives you all new temporary IDs. That because there's a worker shortage, they don't look too closely at it. You are doing under the table work, or what passes for, because this is. It's pardon the pun, really shitty work.
Monkey boss.
Yes. So you don't even have to make deception checks. You just walk in, they give you a vac suit, or you already have your vac suit on. Oh, great. For you, did anybody else have armor that they could customize to look like a standard?
Standard vac suit?
Yeah, standard vac suit.
Vac clothing.
I actually I had an armored vac suit.
Yeah, does it have? If it's smart, then you can customize the look
It is.
for it.
I've just got body armor with thermal dampening and second skin.
Yeah, so you have to wear a standard vac.
vac suit.
Yeah. The others of you put on, you customize the look of your vac suit to look standardized.
Might want to look up the armor for that.
Yeah. I think it's on his sheet, though.
Not a standard vac suit. He has body armor.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, they aren't super... They only have a couple of points of armor each, so attacks will just go right through.
Yeah, mine's like 2 forward sides.
Yeah.
All are self-sealing now.
Yes, all are self-sealing. Which depend as long as it's not a massive attack, then you don't have to worry about deadly neurotoxin. But if it is a massive attack, anyway. So you go on your work. Sullivan passes a couple of workers. Everyone is sort of sullen and quiet. He tells you that.
Ting, ting, ting.
All right. So are you acting up? All right. Give me a
I'm
deception
first
check.
digging my ass off as
All
I
right.
have got. Deception or Consti? What do you want?
Deception.
All right. Yeah. 26.
All right. You are getting glances. People. Sullivan will help play it up. Well, he can't because.
I'll do deception. Basically, look at this asshole.
46 out of 60.
Okay. All right.
No.
All right. That
Your
negates it.
deception is that you are, blue collar Joe.
Yeah.
Deception as well.
Actually, no. Sullivan has a point of moxie, so he'll spend that to. It basically starts. He tells you guys that he's telling the other workers who he knows that don't worry about that guy. He's just a regular worker. So he's nudge. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say no more.
Say no more. So you chose the light version of it. So that will basically fill rooms with sewage and waste fluids, gray water and that kind of thing, which will make them off limits temporarily, but then they could be,
eventually cleared.
Yeah, eventually
But it won't
cleared.
kill a bunch of...
It won't kill a bunch of people. It's just rerouting fluids. It's just a pain in the ass, but not like super deadly.
Well, especially if someone happens to be using the facilities, would we blow the pipes?
Well, you're not blowing the pipes because you're doing the light version. Medium would be blowing the pipes. You're doing light, which
And
is
that hurts
just
people.
yeah. Medium will get people hurt, and heavy will get people killed.
Light just disgusses them.
Yeah, so light just.
But if you slow them down, that's enough. If we get an exhuman stack and we have time to return.
All right, so all of you are working. Because Sullivan is actually, this will take more time than the others because Sullivan is taking care to be,
Discreet
and careful. Make sure that it will actually work. And he's putting in devices or infosec or hacks that Black Ice has prepared so the system can be triggered at any time. So it's a sophisticated thing. So it'll take him hours to.
Can
to
I roll
finish.
SWAT tactics?
You can. Yeah, to position you guys.
Yeah, find good place for an ambush. Ot 2.
Yeah, Odd 2 is good.
Security ops as well.
Security ops will work. You can help.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys figure out from where Sullivan is working, you guys figure out good positions for each of you. Basically, right now, though, each of you is going to be you have two options. One, everybody could be a lookout. Wait for someone to pass by and go to you. If you're the bait, though, you have to be in the center.
I want a bottleneck where they're going to think, oh, it's a good time to go get this guy.
Yeah.
But then if it's a bottleneck, that also means they can be bottlenecked in there with me.
Yeah.
So basically, where's a dead end without a lot of cameras? So they're going to think, this is the great place to strike, and then the other guys.
All right, between the two of you, you're able to figure that out. Sullivan will actually have to be like about 50 meters away because his work is in a more public area.
Yeah.
But he'll be able to get there in like 2 rounds. He'll run as fast as he can if something happens. So each of you will have to be a lookout, though. There's 3 places for you. So each of you, 3, give me an infiltration check. And I assume if you're trying to be... Yeah, those 3. I assume you're being...
I'm being really obvious. I'm waiting.
I will
for
give you a
someone
plus 20 bonus.
11 out
Can I
of
roll perception
6.
to look for?
Yeah, you can. You're looking for.
Eyeballing me.
Yeah, well, they will make perception checks too, but this is.
The infiltration check was an 11 out of 80, so I made the hell out.
No, that's going to have to be Moxied.
Okay.
So.
As long as you don't critically fail, you won't stand out like a super sore thumb.
If you critically fail, like that guy looks like a thumb morph.
Yeah.
Why did you say things, Ross?
I know.
Why didn't you just Moxie to flip it to a 48?
Yeah, I had a plus 20 bonus. Would that have succeeded?
No, I have 35, so
Right. Well,
it would have.
Well, you don't spend a Moxie to negate the crit.
Yeah.
I am a firewall agent!
well, good plan. You got your bait worked. It was just not the bait you were thinking of.
No, infiltration. Yeah, infiltration is not what I do. I lie.
All right. Well, Aaron's standing out, but he's not registering as a firewall agent. He's just anyone passing by.
What the hell is your?
So the 3 of you though will have to do work in order. You can't just literally stand around and watch. So you have to be pretending to work. Yeah, exactly.
Hardware electronics.
No, you don't. Sullivan can show you how to fake work. He's had to do it many times while he's on stage. The thing is a perception check. Now, the perception check, give me what kind of penalty you want, and that will impose a penalty on any guy who's trying to sneak by you. But that's the more like the penalty of your perception check is like how involved you are in your fake work.
Okay.
But that will give them a penalty to realize that you're fake, and also for them to get by you.
I can't do it very well. My perception's only 15.
Okay.
Well,
You get a plus 20 bonus flat because it's pretty,
did my really good infiltration 11?
They won't be able to detect you at all. You actually are hidden. You found a little alcove, a little niche.
I succeeded in mine too.
Well, that's not
You didn't
critical.
crit. Succeed.
So they won't detect you at all.
Okay.
Unless they hit the T-ray emitters, which they almost certainly won't, because that will give them away. Because vaccine workers aren't supposed to have those. So, David, it's all for you. You can just, again, what kind of perception penalty? Well, actually, you can just keep the plus 20 bonus.
Yeah.
So,
I was figuring I'm on Overwatch because I am ninja.
You're not even fake working.
Yeah.
So you can not work at all and then perception plus 20, or you can fake work to.
I'm on my coffee break.
So, what do you want to do?
I can't look at all because I'm the bait.
You can, but again, it's how believable you're going to be.
All right.
So you have the same option, Caleb. Plus
All right.
20 to negative, whatever.
I'm just going to totally focus on the fake work.
All right, so you're what? Plus 20 is not working at all. So What bonus do you want to your perception, or penalty do you want?
I'll take away the whole bonus.
All right, so you're not working at all. You're watching.
No, wait. Sorry, I had that reversed. No, I'm going to be... No, totally... Wait. I'm going to be not looking at all.
All right, then you can't make a perception check because it'll be a mix.
That's fine. I'm waiting for shit to go down.
Okay, you're not even watching.
Because I realize this is probably going to be the best way for me to do it.
All right,
All right,
I'll
you
take a
won't-
negative 10 on mine, so that'll take it to 45 for my perception.
Okay.
So-
And David, you have a plus 20, and then Caleb, do you want the bonus or do you want a penalty?
I'll take a minus 10 and give it a shot.
Okay.
So that gives me a skill of 40. 85.
Okay.
Good
What
fail.
about- Ooh.
And I
All right.
so
Well, hey, this stuff is neat. Like I never knew sewer tunnels were so fascinating.
I'll spend a moxie on that.
Oh wait, no, I got a better idea. Black guys put Angry Birds on it. Neo Angry Birds. You're like, hey, this is kind of fun.
All right, I'll leave. Since you
Angry
said Angry Birds,
Neo-Avians.
I won't spend a moxie.
Yeah.
On that. I'll leave the
Angry
good fail.
Neo-Avians.
damn it.
Yeah, Angry Neo Avians. It's a little racist, but it's still really. You can't get these games anywhere else. It's because the
All
Jovian
right.
Republic is.
Yeah.
Don't even talk about
I'll give you a
Neo.
point of moxie for playing the game.
No,
Don't even talk-
I just yeah.
Okay.
Don't even
What
talk
about
about
you?
Neo Flappy Bird.
Did you make it
Yes.
critically?
Yes.
Okay, well,
God.
David is saving everyone's ass. All right, let's because exhuman will come. In fact, you can actually see David from your position. He makes a 52, but you got a critical success. He gets by you two. But you also see that there are another two guys stationed by the corner carrying another suspicious cart that looks like you could stuff a human into. So it looks like they're going to grab Caleb and put him in there. So Caleb, you have the initiative. You can. It's an isolated area. Sullivan actually also
What's
has
the gravity like?
Ganymede has gravity. It's not Earth gravity, obviously, but I didn't.
But we're not using free fall.
Yeah, you're using free running. You've been using free running. The Jovian Society with all those flats would not work in a zero G environment. Like everyone would have brittle bones and.
No, I understand. I was
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, also Bartleby/Sullivan gave you all silencers for your pistols.
Oh, it's a sharp pistol. It's fine.
Yeah, he had a lot of silencers. Just don't ask. Yeah.
How's his stack collection?
He stopped doing that. That was the thing they
So
talked
we
about
can
in
use
therapy.
the regular.
It was like an episode of Hoarders. Okay, do you need this stack?
Yes!
What about this? I
need them all.
There's a lot of crying.
So we're able to get like a small rail, not rail, just a kinetic pistol.
Yeah, you can have a. Yeah, he had an extra one.
Okay.
So, yeah, I agreed that one a while ago. So, you're borrowing one of his.
It's got a lot of bodies on it.
There are some notches on it.
Don't get caught with that.
All right, so David, there's one guy coming right by you, and then he's going straight to Caleb. You can see Caleb is not going to notice him until it's too late. You're not on tack. Actually, you could send out a radio message. You are close enough that you could send out a radio message to him, which might be detected by the guy, because...
What's the signal? Are you going to start playing 16 tons?
Well, no, just like send him a Wi-Fi message like, dude, you're being attacked. You could activate TACnet if you wanted to. If you do that, though, the wireless track.
He's a Jovian.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. Never mind. You don't have basic message insert, so yeah. I don't know. The vac suits will probably have a radio.
Yeah, he
on
can
it.
send basic Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you can send a basic message to him, but that might alert the exhumans. So there's one guy walking by. You can ambush however you want. There's two guys about 50 meters away.
Can
Actually,
I tell
30
what the
meters.
guy that's coming up has on him, weapon-wise?
He has a wasp knife.
That's not good.
That would be probably loaded with a powerful sedative.
Think of any kind of code that wouldn't instantly be recognizable.
If you have security ops or spycraft, you could.
Actually, Spike.
The Crips are raiding the liquor store.
12.
Make an Angry Birds fatal sound.
Actually, is there a pipe that I can just basically tap twice on the pipe so that he'll hear clinking? He is.
It is in vacuum, so no.
Well, they're not in vacuum. It's just too hazardous. There's a lot of us.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in vac suits
All
because
right, so I can hear sounds.
yeah, you can hear sounds. It's on vacuum. You're just vacuuming because it's the only way to keep working
All
from
right,
getting
okay. Yeah, that works.
septic. Because again, septic problems in the Jovian Republic. You actually, you could do that, or you could send a laser. You probably have something on your back suit that can send a laser message. So like a little coded thing to him. So you just have to step out and spend your action to like send a message that his suit would read, and like it would have a text message on it. Or you could do the pipes, which might be more subtle. So it's up to you.
I'm going to go for subtle.
Okay. So, Caleb, you hear you've already also prearranged these codes. So you hear the 2 taps. What are you going to do?
I take out my freezer pistol.
Okay.
Gonna make an interfacing check. And that works. So ectos are just like space phones, right?
Yeah.
Switch
Tablets.
the camera behind me.
Okay.
So that I'm looking at him sneak up and I have my freezer pistol.
All right, you will get one shot. This will be at a -20, though. It is a trick shot, so...
I can handle that. That puts me at a 70.
Okay. And you will not get frayed, because this will be surprising.
I will do full auto with the freezer.
Okay. Can freezers do full auto?
If it's a
I
spring.
think everything can it?
Well, not sniper rifles. Sniper rifles are
Well, yeah.
So there are some weapons. Let me look.
Yeah, I thought spray can allow that.
Well, there's shards and spray guns can, but not freezers are a little weird. Freezer semi-auto. You only get 2 shots.
Oh, okay.
You can't full auto because again, it's just sending out goo. It's not like
All right, I'll take...
you get 2 shots at -20 for your surprise action.
70 on the dot?
Okay.
And 23.
All right. He doesn't get to dodge it, but he can make reflex 2. He has to make 2 reflex times 3 tests in order to not be stuck to it. Yeah. So his, I would say it's 20. They're pretty hoss, physically speaking. 80. He fails. Well, it doesn't matter. He fails, so he's stuck to the next one. It's a -30 anyway, so he would fail both. So let's see here. He's immobilized. All right, so at this point, Freezer, it makes a slight sound. So you two can both give me perception checks.
Okay.
Because it's goo expanding,
Holy balls, I make it.
Finally.
Yep, fine. Yep, made it as well.
All right, both of you hear it, so everybody roll initiative.
Yay.
Because there's 2 dudes left.
That's pretty good.
Oh. That works.
Okay.
Aaron,
15?
David.
That's
I and
initiative.
IT.
Okay.
Plus whatever D10 you roll.
6 + 9, 15.
15. Caleb.
14.
15.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Very, very dense.
Coordinated assault.
And they rolled a 14. So this is just all happening at the same time. Everyone, it's very dramatic. Aaron and David and Tom go first. Of course, Aaron and Tom, you heard the sound. You don't know what else is going on. So you spend your action. You make a quick perception test at a -10 to see what's going on and then act, or you can do it at a +20 bonus if you spend your entire round just like, what the fuck is going on?
Quick perception.
Otherwise, you
at the
won't
minus.
see where the guys are. Go ahead.
So, at the -10.
Okay.
So, let's see what I can see. 15, made it.
All right, you see the 2 other exhuman workers there with the human-sized cart.
So, it's like bullets going into
And then, of course, the other one who is gooed.
So, he's not going anywhere, so...
Yeah.
Gonna have level the other gun and take a shot at him, which is just a normal pistol, and I don't think I have that on here. So.
Actually, he prefers heavy pistols, so...
Wait, as I'm pulling it out, I suddenly notice, God damn it, Cyrock written across it.
It's a heavy pistol. It has it's a kinetic heavy pistol, -4 AP, 2d10 +4 damage. Actually, he's using armor-piercing bullets for it. Or not armor-piercing, hollow point. So, -2 AP, and does 3d10 +4 damage.
3d10.
It has 16 rounds in it.
And
it
that's
does semi-auto, burst fire, or full auto.
Okay.
Full auto uses 10, burst uses 3. You have 16 in the clip, and that's all you have.
And I will be using burst
All right.
on him. So let's see. And burst is I get 2 shots, right?
No, burst is 1.
Just 1. Okay,
Is
sorry.
3-round burst, you get plus 1d10 damage, or plus 10 to hit. Or what are you using?
So what do you mean? What are you using?
When you use burst or full auto, you can use it plus to hit or plus to damage.
Plus to hit in this case. So
Plus 10 to hit.
Okay.
Would an 80 whatever still hit?
No, that won't.
All right.
But I will actually moxie that just to make sure I get it. So
Okay, so that's an 8.
We do still have to go to the police station.
I know. So,
Yes.
FYI.
so but then I'll reverse it and that will hit. So
Also raid the exhuman fortress.
and that will be 2. Are you rolling damage?
No, I'm rolling to see if you're afraid.
Okay, sorry.
He was not surprised by you. You did not. You raised up. He sees you too. And he's like, oh, he's holding up a gun. Well, that's suspicious. This is an ambush. So
What the hell? I'm gonna see if I can.
well, hold on. You hit. So
Okay.
go ahead. So you're using that to hit. So it's 3d10. He has 10 armor. So 3d10 minus 4.
All right. 7, 4, 15, 11.
11.
Yeah.
All right. That's Mook 1.
Yep.
Takes 11 damage. Normally, I'm not bothering wounds because crazy exhumans don't feel pain. Anyways, but he does take damage. So good job on that. And they have 40 durability. I'll just tell you that right now.
I'll see if I can see him.
All right. Yeah. Minus 10 or full action. Minus 10 if it's a quick action, then you can still act, or plus 20 if that's your entire round. Just to figure.
Okay.
I'm just have to spend my entire round there. That'd just be a 5.
All right.
Neurochem level 1.
Well, I'll be damned.
Perception is not a dump skill,
No,
especially if you're a spy infiltrator.
I noticed.
guy.
I didn't know. I wasn't paying too close enough attention when I made my character.
All right. Now you know. You notice them though. You're like, oh shit. I assume that's a success. Or is that a 39?
29. I rolled it. I rolled a 29.
Okay. All right.
Oh shit!
Yeah. There's 2 exhumans, dudes, and so that's them. David, you're acting at the same time.
Okay. Let's see. Since I've got speed of 2, I'm going to give 1 burst to the guy on the left, 1 burst to the guy on the right.
Well, your second action will act last.
You go.
Okay.
You go in rounds.
In
Yeah.
that case, shooting at the one that's already wounded.
All right.
I'm going to do a burst for damage.
All right.
And that will hit at an odd 6, but he's probably going to dodge.
You might. If he succeeds on his dodge, they
Oh,
have
wait a minute. Does he know where I am? Because I was hidden rather well.
You had to step out.
He did the knock thing.
Yeah, he did the knock thing. So, and Caleb made his check to hear it. If you have to step out to shoot, so you can be behind.
He's a crazy
cover.
exhuman. It's
Yeah.
fair if he dodges things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that thing, it's not a surprise because he's already been shot once, and he's looking around, and you're in the same general area as Aaron, so he can shoot you. Do you want the cover? You can still be behind cover, which would be a minus 10 to your hit and a minus 10 to hit for them to shoot you.
I'll take the cover.
All right, so I should have applied that, but that wouldn't have mattered. Anyways, 44 critical failure. I'll say that's armor defeating. So. They're
All
unboxed.
right, roll damage.
They have a base fray of 70, which gives them a 35 to dodge guns, but a 44 is a crit failure. So,
Awesome. Okay, so
so you don't
I
have to worry
did go
about
for
armor.
damage.
Yeah.
It is a heavy pistol. It says heavy pistol railgun, but I think it's not a railgun. It's just a heavy pistol. So that's 2d10 plus 4. Or in this case, since it was full auto, that would be 4d10. Right?
Well, you said burst fire. Burst
Yeah.
fire is a 3
First
round.
fire, an additional d10, so it's 3d10.
Yeah, it's 3d10 plus 4.
All right.
It goes 1 and 3. First fire gets plus 10 to hit or plus 1d10.
Yeah, and full auto.
Full
remember.
auto gets plus
18.
30 to hit or plus
18 damage. Wow, he is heavily damaged. Goo is leaking out of him. Meaty, meaty goo.
Is it like milky white, like an?
Oh, it is quite red and gory. So you guys are fortunately far away enough, and you're wearing vac suits. You don't have to smell it or look at it too closely. Good job. 14. Caleb and the Mooks. Goo guy will be gooey and struggle futilely because you double dosed him.
Good job.
2 Mooks. 1 will shoot at David. They both have hand weapons as well. They both have silenced rail pistols.
We need to divest them of those.
Yep. And then one will shoot at Aaron because both of you have guns. So, Caleb, what are you doing? This is happening at the same time.
I grab Blue Guy.
Yeah.
I put him in front of me as cover,
Yeah.
and then I take the shark pistol,
Yeah.
and I just get this over with. Although I do say I've detected unsafe working conditions before I blow his head off.
If you got a moxie yet, I think that's worth it.
Yeah, that is.
That's worth a moxie.
So I will just full auto
All right, coup de grace.
cut his head off with a shark pistol.
You still have to roll. Just don't roll a 9. Just don't roll a crit failure.
On 3.
Yep. You end him. They don't give a shit about the comrade.
Hopefully you're digging his stack
Anyways,
out.
Caleb.
I'm basically jackhammering to his stack with bullets.
Yeah, stacks are heavily armored, so it pops right out. It just, gotta get them all. Oh, yeah. Sullivan is on his way, by the way. He actually acted before everybody else, but he was running, so... Mook 1 will be shooting at David, so he has a 55% chance of hitting you. Full auto... let's see. Actually, yeah. No, he will do semi-auto. He'll just take 2 pot shots at you. So, first one misses. 75. Second one will hit at a 14.
Okay. I can fray that, right?
Yes. Yeah, to beat a 14.
My
But
fray is 45, so that would be 23.
yeah, you need to
But
get
I've
between
also
a
got the
15
plus
and
10 from the
23.
cover.
No, that just gives him a penalty to hit.
He had a penalty to hit.
Okay.
But he-
Nope.
All right, you're hit with 1 bullet, and the armor. It's
been worse. Even a few days ago,
Yeah.
it's been worse.
Let's see here. It is 6 plus 6, 12 damage. It is 7 points of armor piercing, kinetic. So I would assume that would get through.
Yeah, I've got the vac suit is 7, but then my other armor is.
We can't wear both.
Can't layer.
Can't layer without penalties, and that would have drawn attention if you're like, "Why is your vac suit so bulky?" Like, what do you? They
Never you mind, sir.
I do
Go about your
Pilates.
business.
So he takes 2 pop shots at one of them. The other one is going to do the same thing.
Okay.
You can layer like
There are certain armors like second skin.
Yeah.
and
This is
spray
second
on
skin.
Or put on a blading.
Ah.
So,
not your combat
Claudia?
armor. So how much is your second skin?
I think
My
that's
second skin is 1416.
no. Second skin is on. That's all together. Second skin, I think, is like 2 points. So
Yeah, second skin is not that much. Yeah, they've added it together. It's like 2 or 3 points.
I'll give you 2. So it's 2 points.
it's going to suck for me because my...
So you only take 10 instead of 12.
Okay.
So yeah, it armors you a little. Good job. So anyways, Aaron, these are 2 at 65. 22 armor defeating.
Fuck.
And 84 a miss. So
Freight half.
yeah, for 8.5.
I can get that.
And you get, or if you get it, but if you get any critical, I'll allow defend. That's considered time. Ties go to the.
Those are fun.
So if you get an 11 or a 22, that'll go. What's your fray?
50, so I get 25.
25.
So let's see how this goes.
So you get 11 or 22, or if you get great failure. All right, doesn't mean any worse.
Playing red markets?
A lot of double odds for
I
that.
know.
5 plus 6, 11 damage.
11 damage. I think the vac suit only had 2.
It's armor defeating. Remember, it's a critical hit.
Oh yeah, so never mind.
11 damage.
Hi, wound.
Yep. Bullets hurt. Let's see here. So speed 2. Who has it?
I do.
All right. Anybody? Aaron, David, and Tommy. Yeah.
We totally didn't take any.
Bartleby. Actually, we'll get there on round 2. He's spending both his actions to get there. He's just running like a madman. But yeah, David.
I'm going to take another shot at the one that shot at me.
Yep. He's pretty wounded.
Lot 9.
He has a. You got a 99. You armor defeating. So good job. I assume it was the first
Being
fire.
the exhuman.
The what?
Mr. Bean the exhuman.
Oh, I should step away from the bullets, not into
Away
them.
from the bullets, right.
I'll dodge it with my face.
Wait, that's what a human would do.
I'll block it with my face. I'll evolve. Yeah.
29.
29 will end him. His head and torso explode, and the endoskeleton itself is cut in twain as it collapses in a.
Say that again, Ross.
In twain.
Thank you.
All right.
Wrapped in twain.
Yes. So 14. There is one mook left, and then Caleb. You have speed.
Go first, or
I'll let you go first. Well, I mean, you're acting at the same time, so the what?
I haven't used murder.
Oh, okay.
before,
So you don't have speed too.
I don't have speed 2 now.
All right. He will be aiming at you though, because you're just.
You're a dude.
Coup de
Yeah.
grace friend.
Well, you're the target.
I am in cover.
Actually, he
From
will.
the guy.
No, you're right. He will target David again. 2 more semi-auto shots at you at a 55% chance. 96. That's a
Yeah, I'm
miss.
actually pretty well armored between his corpse and the freezer.
Yeah.
gel.
And a 78. He misses both. So
Like, I'm a bad exhuman.
he doesn't give a shit. He'll be relieved. He's probably like somebody, like, he's probably not even a person. He's like 3 or 4 egos merged together into like, hey, who's Murder Spy 18? All right, let's get him on the go, you know.
Thank you. Let
Yeah.
him join the chat room.
Yeah, they don't let the social ones be the vac suit death squad. So
Let me guess if that's his guild name.
yeah, exactly.
Top of the round again.
Top of the round 2. Sullivan shows up, and he will do full auto armor defeating call shot to the head.
Oh God! The nostalgia.
He hits.
Just
That is
like the
surprise.
olden times. It's like a Glenn Miller song.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Full auto.
Armor defeating, so.
I hope you enjoy some of the apple pie. I got a freaking paper cut opening that thing.
Oh my God!
Look at this.
You're an American hero.
I am. See? Look at that.
He got wounded for apple pie.
Alright, so he inflicts
How
29
American is
damage by full auto into him. And so you see bullets erupt on his side as he turns around. Oh shit, he's being surrounded.
We studied this in class.
Alright, so he has speed 2, so he'll act later. But
Symbol space class.
Aaron, David, and Tom, you guys get to go.
Let's murder this guy.
Yeah.
Well, let Tom take the shot first. So.
Yeah, I'll take my shot.
He hasn't got to shoot at all.
He's injured me.
What? No, I didn't.
No, the bad guy.
Not you.
You shut up.
So unprofessional, this group. I want to kill him. No,
Yeah, I did.
want to kill
Alright.
him.
He does not dodge, so roll damage.
It's a. I do have a heavy rail pistol.
It is 2d6 plus 3.
2d6 plus.
Yep.
Or 2d10.
2d10 plus 3. Yeah, sorry.
Jeez, Ross.
Sorry.
I forgive you. Wow.
6 damage. Alright, he's still up.
And I hit
plus
him
3,
too.
right?
That is with the plus 3.
That's
6,
6.
9. Yeah, I added that in.
Oh, that's 9 damage.
Yeah. So, sorry, 38.
You said 6. I was confused.
Alright, jeez. He's still up. Barely hanging to by thread, but he's
But I got to shoot a gun and hit someone.
You did. See, don't you feel better?
I do.
Alright. Now you can get revenge on him.
And I rolled, so I got
you-
51 out of 55, but I was doing the burst for the damage this time.
He gets a critical. Gets 100. He dodges.
I hate this guy.
He actually slips on the gore, and it's Mr. Beanie. Just see, it's an evolutionary
He
algorithm.
killed a Cyrock, and
Yeah.
he's incorporated the befuddlement algorithm into his personality
They
matrix.
probably did. They just shove anything in there. It's like half dolphin, half vacuum cleaner. He's just a mess.
Whackity, schmackity do.
So that's David. You get to go.
Who gave the vacuum cleaner sentience?
Apparently, they did.
Hey, it's a mega Roomba.
You know, they found the vacuum cleaners that murdered their owners and then put them into the.
By the
Vegas.
way, in Parks and Rec, have you gotten DJ Roomba yet?
No, I have.
Damn it, it's so good! DJ Roomba is the best running gag. Anyway.
All right,
Sorry.
so
Anyway.
give him a
I
burst.
just
Start watching this.
the Tom gets divorced episode. With the
33?
glitter bomb. 33. Ooh, let's see if he rolls 100 again. No, he does not. He rolls a 75, which would be a normal failure. So go ahead and roll damage. Can you roll 2? Oh, wait. Yes, you can. He's dead. They have
Oh, come
40
on, let me throw it down.
Fine, you can throw it down.
A lot.
16 plus 4, 20.
20 damage. Good job. So you only took... Well, only 2 of your members were heavily injured this time, so good job.
Dude, our odds are growing here.
Grab your stacks.
Yeah. Someone says, yeah, we should clean this up really quickly and then go. I've done...
So one fits in that cart, right?
Yeah.
So let's stuff the body in there.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, don't touch it yet.
Okay.
They probably trap it. Yeah, no, that's trapped. They have security systems on these things. They don't.
What's the security system do?
Well, it's actually a modified shock system, and it will also have a tracking device on it too.
Right. It's the history eraser button.
Look, I can go and get one that we can use, but this one is like they'll be monitoring it. It'll have a camera. It's in fact, it has cameras and monitors on it right now. We should just here's some industrial solvent. Just go nuts on that thing.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bone solvent.
Yes, bone solvent. And that's the.
It's like, man, when I read this label, it sounds like it's screaming.
Somebody on Twitter has changed that to their actual handle.
Bone solvent.
Bone solvent. I forget who it was. Oh, man. I was just like, things I would not see, I would think I would see on the internet.
Thanks, Internet. Internet.
Let's see. So everyone give me a reflex times 3 to see how quickly.
It's got it.
Just how quickly can you play Viscera cleanup?
Apparently pretty quick.
Yeah.
Well, my reflex is 15, and I rolled a 15, so pretty fast.
Very fast.
56 out of 60.
All right.
So that was times 3?
Yeah.
No.
Well, 3 of us made it.
Yeah, 3 of you, between the 3 of you.
And there are 3 buckets.
Yeah. Aaron, you get the bat. You're the one who has to scoop up the gore and put it in the bucket. So give me a roll times 3.
Why am I playing Viscera Janitor?
There's more than 3 pairs of eyes in here. Why do they have so many eyes?
Yeah. Again, why do I play Viscera Janitor? Made it
because you failed the other one.
Yeah, you make all right. So you don't lose anything. You're just like it's not real. It's not real. Oh God, I feel teeth.
No, it's dude smoothie. That's all it is. Dude smoothie.
Pretty much. But you managed to get the stacks and flee, and Sullivan has made his arrangements. So they say we should probably never use these maintenance tunnels until the raid again. They will probably have more traps and things set up for us, or they probably won't go in small groups anymore. Yeah. So good job, though. Yeah, this is good. With certain days. So you have the stack now. You have 3 stacks, and you have the remnants. And you took data, basically pictures and videos of the endoskeleton. So Black Eyes can analyze it. So what do you want him to do with it? What are you looking for in the data and stuff? Like, there's
the data.
Well, I mean the stacks, like in the egos. What's the information?
I'm not sleeving anything until
it's
air gapped.
Yeah.
And locked down. So we gotta wait till we get to the sleeving facility because I'm not gonna just plug black ice into it and just tell me what you see. Stop. The fall starts. So we're gonna just keep those in a burlap sack marked stacks.
All right.
For right now.
And so it begins again.
So I was like, that triggers me a little bit. But in a good way. I know I got over this. We talked about this.
You're like the guy from the slap ass. Yeah.
It always starts with the stacks. It always starts with the collecting.
You can't just leave one.
Exactly. That's how it starts.
He can examine their makeup and stuff from camera feeds and stuff. But.
Yeah. With that, you guys will gain you just all gain a plus 20 bonus on any perception or kinesics check to identify who's an exhuman back worker.
Okay.
By just studying this.
Oh, they're the ones that move like they're stop motion animation guys.
Yeah, no, it's So it's not great. Gait analysis is quite revealing.
It's not controlled by Harryhausen.
Yeah. So you have that data. Good job. What is next on your?
We need to go after. We need to get. Yeah, we need to get. No, we don't go after. We need to get Melissa scanned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. So Melissa's probably
Spear Longinus, hardcore bioconservative group.
Yes.
Jovian anarchists.
Yeah.
Not really connected to this thing in any way. I figured out.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, they are independent of all this craziness. They were probably very curious. They probably. Firewall has told you that they are real and that they have access to a fabricator, so you could try and reach out to them, as I mentioned earlier, or in the first Jovian game. But yeah, they're not connected to the exhumans at all. I mean, Liberty City has 7.5 million people. It's a big place. There's multiple secret groups operating. So yeah.
Well, that's my thought. If we can manipulate the anarchists down the street holding uplift pride parade or something.
Just completely.
Spear Longinus is going to go after the big fat turkey and let the mouse slide by.
You'd have to,
You'd
have to reach out to them.
Yeah.
Which you don't have any leads on that yet. You didn't pursue that.
Yeah,
with the investigation. So that you could do that, but that would take time and effort and risk because there probably are undercover police looking to find you. Looking for anyone who, I'm a Jovian anarchist. You like that anarchy, eh? And then there's like a goon squad waiting around the corner.
Actually, we there's a possibility we can get informant information from Melissa on that.
Melissa's more of a beat cop. She could, but that would put her at risk. And she's already willing. She says, that would blow favors and things that I've had that I'm waiting to use so I can get to the armory and break those bots out for you.
Okay.
Wait, so we have that gate masking stuff and the stuff like that. And the Spear Longinus is in the pocket of the exhumans, right?
Yes, definitely. In fact, probably there are those. In fact, you get actually no. You do. You have a lead on the Spear.
Exhumans?
Yeah, you have you can get the IDs from the vac suits of the guys you killed. And you find, there's literally a John Smith.
Yeah, so Sullivan doesn't go in there. A bunch of exhumans go in there.
Yeah, you can impersonate those guys. And you find out that the three John Smiths that you found are all members of the Spear Longinus. But you realize that there are 3 meat space versions of them, like normal F-flat versions of them. Remember, there's 2 versions of every fake identity in there. So those guys are going to be, pissed. So you have to find those and take them out if you want to get into the Spear of Longinus. So find out where they are. Because if 2 John Smiths show up at the same rally, that would be a problem.
Yeah. Well, it's not a rally, though. It's just...
just the guys doing the stakeout.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that the 3 guys there doing the stakeout are those exact same 3 guys.
Enough.
Yeah.
That's true. So you're going. Well, the first thing would be to go there and identify where those guys are being.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going there. Give me anybody. You go out in public. You need to give me a infiltration check.
I'm staying
Plus
behind
20
on this
bonus
one,
if you went through plus 30 bonus if you went through the surgery.
I'm fine.
right. Plus 30.
Yeah. If you went through the treatment.
Do you want to? You don't have to. You don't have to roll the dice. I don't have to hit you. Sorry. You've done nothing to deserve this. I make my infiltration check.
Okay. So you avoid security cameras, suspicious-looking individuals. You don't draw attention to yourself. So, because basically, this is it's sort of the calm before the storm. Anybody with a kinesis check at a plus 30 bonus, everyone can make a kinesis check at a plus 30 bonus. Just watching cameras and just looking outside the window
with the plus 30 and the thing I have that helps me do kinesics. I barely make that.
All right.
I made a 33.
Everyone is uneasy. Everyone is tense. Everyone is looking around suspicious. It is the calm before the storm. People are expecting something really bad to break out at any time. People are hoarding food and supplies. Guns are in huge demand on the black market.
Well,
all
that
kinds of
little old
weapons
lady
are.
with the basket cart full of canned food and shotguns.
So yeah, exactly. Bad things are. Everyone's expecting something bad to go down soon. So you just make your infiltration check to avoid getting mugged or killed by random people more than anything else. You just stay in the teeming masses. That's why you need to make infiltration checks to go outside.
Okay, then I'll stay behind for this one until we actually...
All right, so it's just Caleb. Is anybody else making any infiltration? All right, so you 3 can all give me perception bonuses or checks or security ops or con scheme. Not con scheme.
Profession spycraft?
Spycraft would work.
Nope. Actually, I'll moxie that into a success.
Okay.
Go for it.
I've
got
spent another
4, so
moxie
might
to
as
make it
well.
a success.
Jeez.
Okay. All right. All right. Between the 3 of you, you're not able to find anything. The Jovian system, especially now, since everyone is frantically going about looking to hoard, to get food and weapons and equipment and supplies. There's a lot of teeming people out, and there's a lot of angry shouting and people in the distance, occasional gunshots and screams. It's fine. It makes
Just
you miss
like our honeymoon.
the calm, placid times of the triad held satellites.
Yay!
So, you identify 2 potential things. You can't, because not all 3 of you make it. You can't narrow it down to. But there's 2 places it could be. There's one, a utility vehicle, a hover truck, basically. That totes look like the archetypal surveillance truck right across the street from the clinic. The other one is a third-story apartment building, like the penthouse apartment of a small hab block.
Which is the other archetypical.
Yeah, got a view window directly across from the clinic. The clinic is actually a private clinic, and they actually have a nice lawn and walls and guards. Because even though it's totally unpopular, rich people pay for it, so they make a lot of money, so they can afford security. So it actually looks like a nice suburban building in the middle of, well, cyberpunk dystopia hellhole, which is a bit jarring, but whatever. So those are the two places you've scouted out. So you'd have to actually go up to one of them to figure out if it's the right one or not. Assuming, or both could be. You don't know. But there's only two places it could be.
Okay.
So
What do you think?
Van?
Van's out in public, so you can't just walk up and shoot everyone. But
I'm leaning more towards apartment first because it is out of public. So if we need to walk in and silence, pistol shoot everybody, we have that option.
yeah. Are you guys carrying weapons?
I am.
Okay. Hope the police scans don't catch you. There are occasional, hover vehicles. No
Yeah.
bots, though, because bots are bad. But they have a hover car fly by every once in a while. It's very Blade Runner-ish. Only more depressing.
I figure that I can pass it off as, hey, have you seen what's going on out here? I'm a Jovian myself.
Yeah.
I'm carrying this thing for
There's no
protection.
rain. That's why it's more depressing, Anyway.
So there are people in the van?
You would actually have to get close up. They have tinted windows. You'd have to get upright it. They're not super great, but you'd have to get up and just literally peer in, which would require a stealth an infiltration check to do without being noticed,
Would you like me to try?
or some sort of sensor.
What kind of infosec skills do you guys have?
Tom's really good at it.
I'm good at it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could hack the van.
I've got.
You can remember. Yeah, it's days. You can hack basically everything that's not dirt.
Hack a car, not the van.
What do you want to do with it?
Let me drive it.
All right.
Yeah.
You're going to run it into the van, aren't you?
Yep.
Do you want the crappy car that no one gives a shit about and it's easy to hack, or the nice car that's parked near the clinic?
Which one is heavier?
The crappy car, no.
Shitty one.
All right, plus 10.
Well, the plus 10, I would still flip it.
All right, you succeed. Jovian infosec architecture is weird. They use BSOD, not Linux. So.
Oh, fuck them.
So we roll con schemes, and we make con schemes. So we're going to do basic insurance fraud. Dave's going to cross the street. I'm going to swerve not to hit him. I'm going to hit the van. We're going to see who comes out of the van.
All right. Do you have pilot ground craft?
I need to wreck a car at a slow speed. I have to make a roll to
Well, there's
a car.
wrecking the car, and then there's plowing it down the sidewalk.
I'm not plowing it down the side.
That's the
I'm
idea.
hitting the van.
Yeah. Don't critically fail then.
Okay. I will try not to critically fail, because I do not have that skill.
Yeah.
Who drives it?
Here's where I spend the...
Well,
the
you don't
money.
normally have to because you use the autopilot to take you places, but you have to put it on manual to purposely hit something.
I get a 93.
That's not a critical
It's
failure.
not a critical failure.
All right, but David, you're going to take real damage.
Does he not get a fray check? Knowing it's coming.
All right.
I'm with the con scheme success.
All right, give me a freight check, David.
Yeah. Oh my god, I had a control car dive. I'm going to moxie that. Into a success.
David, this will be the second time in like a month that you've lost the majority of your health by being hit by a car driven by one of your fellow teammates.
I know. The irony is not lost on me. That's why I'm spending the
Is that
moxie.
in the
At the Red Market's playtest,
Yeah.
you got run over by an ambulance.
That was 77 number 5, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, so do you make it?
Yes.
All right, you take 1 point of damage as you roll onto the hood and hit the windshield.
It looks realistic.
Caleb, you don't take any damage. Actually, no, you do. The safety system, you take a point of damage as well. Safety systems fail.
That'll be gone in
It's a crappy car.
a few minutes.
I'm just standing by the side like, I was just standing here.
Yeah.
I'm a looky look.
All right. So people stop. People start yelling at you to get the fuck out of the way because you're causing, blockage in the street, and
I just got hit by a car. Lay off.
a burly guy gets out, and
Perception to see if he's an exhuman?
Yeah, you can
using my plus 20?
yes,
For exhuman spotting? Fucking dumb.
Perception with perception to see if he's an exhuman.
it's
Can I
actually
make that roll?
kinesics.
Oh, kinesics? I can do that.
Perception if he's in a back suit, kinesics if he's people.
I make it.
Okay. No, he doesn't act like an exhuman. If he's an exhuman, he's really skilled at it. But he's not like the back suit workers are not the cream of the crop. They're the grunt, so they're pretty easy to spot. But he doesn't give any of the obvious signs.
So it's the apartment.
He gets me yells like starts screaming at you. He's telling you I'm gonna call my cousins and we're gonna beat the shit out of you unless you get the fuck out of here. Don't you dare report this. In fact, what's in your wallet? He's demanding you pay him for the damages to his vehicle.
Okay.
I ain't paying you shit. I just got hit by a car.
He's pointing at Caleb because Caleb was driving it.
I
Hey.
lock the doors.
Yeah.
And move on.
That's a ground. All right, give me a ground. Another piloting check.
Wait, no. If I had to drive without hitting things, I could just turn it back on, can't I?
All right, yeah. All right, you do that. You turn the autopilot back on, and it says, damage detected. We will take you to the nearest police. Have you reported this to the police yet?
Wouldn't I know that with the Conschemes check? That
Yes,
it's
you
gonna
would.
Okay, so I won't do
Wait,
that.
but you realize, Tom, give me another infosec check.
No. Wait, do I still have the bonus?
No, you can disable the safety systems, and
But he did not.
But he did not.
And I only got one moxie left.
All right, yeah. So
Shit.
Google car ain't your friend. Like that's the problem.
All right, no, I turn on the safety system.
Yeah.
I tell it to take me to the nearest place to report it.
Okay.
As it's pulling away,
Yeah.
I pull out the shard pistol, blow out the window, because I assume it won't let me just open the door.
Fair enough.
And I just fucking jump out of the car.
All right. He sees that. Give me a free running check to get away from him.
I actually make that.
You get away. The guy when he sees that you're packing, is like, oh, whoa, whoa.
I'm not tough. I'm really not that tough. I'm not.
We're going to look at the guy that got out of the thing. Can you believe that? That's the third hit and run today. I mean, first he hit the old lady down the street.
Who are you?
Where are the cops? Huh?
All right, give me a deception check.
Trying to get a little bit more information out of him if we can.
You get a
He's
none.
not one of them.
Well, I want to make sure of that. 12 out of 60.
All right, and he's like, "Oh my God, I've been waiting all day for them to block." He tells you a story about how the sewer systems have been really bitchy lately, and he's a maintenance worker, and he's been trying to get in, and he just tells you this long, tedious story. He's basically a space plumber, and he's been waiting to get the call, so he doesn't have anywhere to go. It's too far away to go home, so he's just on his break, basically on his lunch hour, and
Some asshole comes
it's a
out of
blue
nowhere
collar
and
story of woe and neglect, and basically him being.
So
a
the
lazy
apartment is the spear.
yes.
I'll tell him that I sympathize with him. Point out a sandwich shop around the corner that's fairly cheap, that's fairly good. Ask for Julie. She knows me.
How the fuck would you know? Oh wait, no, you are the Jovian. All right, yeah, that's right. Yeah, all right. He thanks you. At least there's some decent Jovians around here. He's goddamn worse than a goddamn uplift.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Jovian tried, man.
all right. So you identified where it is, the apartment. You can certainly, if you have chameleon cloaks and any climbing gear, Bartleby could get you those grip gloves. You could climb up the side
I've got
and go in
chameleon
through the window. And you have chameleon cloaks, so you could just do the hard entry and just kill whatever's in there if you want to do that. You don't know when they check in, or you could set the building on fire. I don't know. What do you want to do?
No, the exterminator is not late. We're not
Yeah.
setting the
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. You probably. But that's a plan B.
Well, what deadly gases do we have? Do we have?
I'm
do
just
we have
happy.
access to the ventilation?
So we know where they're physically located, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody makes an info
Actually, yeah. Everyone can give me a perception check now that you've narrowed it down.
Well, I wasn't with them because I was.
Oh yeah. Except
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. You can see through the window. They don't have a tenant, so they can see better. That they have a surveillance equipment set up, and it looks like a bipod for a rifle.
Is it Killy? Please say no.
No, why would Killy? There are more snipers than just Killy, Tom.
I know. I'm having flashbacks.
Why would the Spear of Longinus have Killy?
I'm having flashbacks, Ross.
All right.
Jesus.
All right. So we know where they're physically located. So it wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be hard to sniff their IP address because they got to communicate with base somehow, right?
Yeah.
So
You'd have to plug in somewhere near the building, though.
So we have all the ID information of the exhumans, right?
Yeah.
So we just pick one. Mm-hmm. We say a suitably vague spycrafty message like, headquarters sent us here, we're coming in, don't blow the place up, we're infiltrating, or something like that.
Yeah.
They don't blow the place up while we're in there, and then we walk out when we're done.
Yeah, that would work.
Then we don't have to increase police presence in the place that just had a hit and run car.
You would have to. You just have to do. You just have to plug in somewhere near the building. Remember everything,
and then somebody needs to make an infosec check to spoof it.
So you, Tom, you.
Yes, I'm going to do that.
All right.
And hope I do better than hacking.
All right, you can plug in any number of places. Where
I'll
you
make the infiltration there.
Actually, I can make the infiltration too.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you do it all. OT.
Where are you?
20 for infiltration.
Okay. Where are you going? It's a 3-story apartment building. There's a lobby. There are other buildings nearby. You could.
Is it there like a? I guess it's an apartment building, so you have to be a tenant to go upstairs.
When you go, yes, you do. They do have a key card system.
Oh, are there public restrooms in the lobby?
There is odd or even. Even, yes. No. You could fast talk. There is a lobbyist. You could try and fast talk your way past them to use the restrooms, which are tenant only. Or if you could distract the lobbyist, you could hack your way into it. You walk around the building.
Okay, actually, I'm just gonna walk right up to the to the front desk guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, look, dude, seriously, this is I'm having a total bowel emergency here. Look, here's 10 credits, man. If you could let me through, help me out, man.
Okay, I'll give you a plus 30 on a persuasion check. Or deception check.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Sure.
It's like, dude, thank you. You were a lifesaver.
All right.
Fuck.
Okay. You go in there.
I'm actually as soon as I get in. Wow. So I should go into one of the bathroom stalls.
I like the Jovian Republic. Old school spy. Word.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Hey, some things never change.
Terrible panopticon.
It's okay for the transhuman
Get in the bathroom stall. Get the system out. All right. Hack.
All right, standard infosec. This is an opposed roll because they do have a dude on guard duty.
We want to play nice.
Crit 44.
Well, mother crit.
Ooh.
Double crit.
Who has the higher crit?
Yeah, you do. He has a 22. You got a 44. So
wow,
this is the word like
it's a battle of wits.
Yeah, no.
Okay, this is what hackers wishes it was.
Yeah, no. This is fucking intense. You were hacking the Gibson.
It's like mess with the best, die with the rest.
No. You say no.
Yeah, you're getting blown off on a surfboard while Teen X90s music is playing. All that hacker stuff that hackers do.
All the grid and neon. And then finally you say, I'm in. And then, you're like, give me your best I'm in message.
That's the best you got?
And the door's open.
Nice.
All right, so you're in, and you defeated him, so he's not aware of you.
Some guy's just pooping in the bathroom.
Okay. Someone's running a pirated version of Angry Uplifts. Angry Avian Uplifts. God damn it, that one has a virus in it. All right, so you're in. So you start looking at the data. Give me one more infosec check to spoof it in order to send the message.
23.
All right, yeah. You don't fail, so it goes through. So
is there anyone else in the bathroom while I'm doing this?
one guy comes in. He goes.
Woo!
Can we have an extra courtesy flush there, please?
Yeah, you got it, bro.
All right. Can you wave your hand in front of the air freshener sensor? That's
I got my own, dude. Don't worry.
Wow.
I'm reading the Bible. I got a big one here.
Oh well, bless you. That's good. I mean, I know that not everyone does that. So he tries to get into a long, drawn out conversation.
I hate the Jovian Republic.
I'm
I love this place.
it's It's like, you know, it's like, hey, may the Lord bless you too.
Yeah, all right. So you get the message in. Was there anything else? I guess that would be about it. You can spy on the tenants, I guess, if you're want to be an asshole. Or
Yeah, that's what I can see.
all right, so Tom's taking his time.
Well, as soon as I send all the relevant
Give me
info.
one more info check then.
What's he doing?
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, you do have hidden status.
Yeah, he's hidden. So, you read their emails and you can pick up those little Easter eggs.
Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
it's a
what
hotbed of
like,
soap opera drama.
I just always look at this. You sick fuck.
Well, like most terrorist groups, we do know that their hard drives are primarily used for porn. Like everyone else.
It's like every other game. You hack up random people's. Well, it's not just it's everyone in the building. Like you read their emails. There's some guy with an avian uplift fetish, and then there's some guy who is wanting to defect, and then there's everyone's having affairs with everyone else. It's like Downton Abbey. Only everything is.
So we're trying to do this like actual mission, and Tom's going all lives of others in a random building apartment block.
Yeah.
Do you fall in love with a playwright and his seditionist mistress?
Hey,
Well, no, but he does find out that the one is slowly poisoning himself to spite his ex-wife to frame her for his
hey, if
murder.
we're gonna
And the web admin is actually a very talented, brilliant computer science student who wishes to immigrate to Mars, but could never afford it. Blah blah. Plus, he has to take care of his sick parents, and that was why.
you dope, man.
Yeah.
But no, as soon as I send all the info, I'm like, okay, what else do you need me for? Because otherwise, I'm.
Yeah. Do you need them to do anything else, or it's just the three of you going to march?
Oh my
Melissa
god,
in?
Magdalena, you
Caleb.
bitch.
No, we just need them to not shoot at us.
All right.
Not care that we are going in there.
right,
And
they
we
will
walk
get-
in with Sullivan because
All right.
it's not Sullivan.
Or
It's
Melissa.
Yeah, it's Melissa. Yeah.
Okay. Melissa thanks you. She does take several hours.
And while we're there, we load up some-
The nurse there is very grateful that you're there to support her. I mean, I believe everybody has the right to choose. I mean, I personally don't do it, but like, I think if people want to back up, they should be allowed to back up. It's a personal choice. The state shouldn't decide. You know, I kind of want to move to Extropia, but you know, it's.
I don't want the state telling me.
But you're very supportive of her. It's very very rarely do friends throw up for their backup.
I agree, and thank you so much. But the process is automated, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I'll admit that I wasn't always so enlightened, and that when one recognizes prejudice in oneself, it's so hard to root it out, and it took us a while to reach this supportive point. So we would really like some private family time to be with our.
Oh, I didn't know you were family. I thought you were.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, of course. All right. So.
Leave the fucking room so I can interrogate this exhuman, please.
All right.
By the way,
Well, you're in the waiting room. They do have a waiting room. So if you want to get into the room with the air gap server for instancing thing, you will have to. Someone can make an infosec to break open the lock, or you could.
I'm on a roll.
A key card from a nurse.
okay, David. Yeah,
From the chatting nurse.
David gets to hack now.
You're busy.
I will do that.
All right.
As I talk to her, I will. Ot 3.
Oh, look, your perception of base does not detect that.
I palm the key card off.
All right.
I want to help. I want to help this
Okay.
IT guy out, man.
You want to help them? Seriously?
No, I just want. That's one thing. I really want to
No,
help.
no, you have your morality pet. You get one.
You're not my boss.
How are you going to do that?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay,
that's
you're
what
not doing it.
I'm
You're
not
just
doing.
gonna
Like, I
say.
really want to help this guy, but no, mission first.
There is a guy who is selling food on the black market, and you could take money
Ross
from
the
his.
plot. You can't do it too, or we can't finish the
I
game.
want all the players to get low. All right, fine. So you can give me one infosec check to help him covertly.
Yeah,
I have to.
You guys put a point of moxie on that?
yeah.
All right.
What?
Yes.
I fucking hope you die. I hope you die.
You're almost
I
caught.
hope you whiff a fray.
Actually, no. You can succeed, and it won't have any penalty to you without having to spend the point of moxie. You can get him the money from the black marketeer to the student.
No, I'll spend the mox.
All right. So the black marketeer won't find out about it and kill him. So anyway, all right. So back to the plot. So you gave him you're kind of forgotten about the lobbyist changes shifts. So another guy.
Actually, funny else. Whew, oh, that was awesome. Thank you. Thank the guy that was here before.
The guy just looks at you really weirdly.
Like, oh, let me use the bathroom.
Okay.
That was cool. Here, I was gonna tip him another bit. Here's another 10. There you go.
Okay, you tip him another 10.
It's like buy a synth piece.
All right, so you get into the room. Do any of you have any medical skills or hardware electronics woodwork or programming or anything that would allow you... interfacing could be used at -10 because it's...
No, that's where we should have brought you along.
I realize because I'm also
No, you could have come along for this. Actually,
Okay. He doesn't need to hide.
So I can after the whole. Oh, I can kind of wander out after. This is done.
you can try to hide at a +30 bonus because you did have the surgery. If you're detected, it'll have different meaning if you're going undercover.
That's 45, so I can have a chance. So.
If you go in undercover as one of the John Smiths, that will...
How much moxie do you have left?
1.
You realize we are now raiding an exhuman fortress after this.
Well, it's already 8. We probably won't. We probably will be next session when you get to it, or we'll probably start it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So this is just getting into. Also, that brings up the fact of because are we bringing Melissa to do her scan now, or are we just
Yeah.
She's doing it right now.
Okay.
You're using the medical facilities to look at the
Instance
stacks.
the exhumans and talk to them.
Okay. I'll worry about getting the other 2 off later then.
What did you was it? What roll?
60 out of 45.
60 is a normal failure. You have that tag. A guy walks up to you. Is like, he gives you a hand gesture and says, "May we?" And he says something in Latin. You don't recognize it.
So I don't speak. Actually, I'm going to go offhand since I do have other languages and start speaking in Portuguese because
Okay.
Yeah, stay cool.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Okay.
So, and
You are impersonating one of the terrorist members. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
That's the tag that you use to get the bonus. And so in failing that, this guy is a member of the terrorist group. And so you're going to speak to him in Portuguese. I just want to clarify that this is still your plan.
I know.
Being fully aware of the situation.
You can give me a deception check.
There is a deception
Sign a
check
waiver.
to be able to do this.
All right.
Although I since I'm meeting him for the first time, though, I do get that does negate my negative
Sure.
on there.
Sure. There's a +10 bonus actually for yours.
So, all right, 6. Yeah, so 60 out of 65 make that. So
All right, so with that, you just give him a meaningful nod, and he walks away. Then you, as you get about a block away, you see him jack a random guy in the face, and starts calling him a traitor to the human species. Other guys join in, so you walk off.
You started a riot. Good job.
Operational.
Actually, not really right. Just a good old fashioned. That guy looks not like us. Let's beat him down.
Operational security. Let's
They're
move
brown
forward,
shirts,
so.
basically. So yeah. So you get to the clinic. So yeah, you're in there. So you can give me interfacing or what skill do you want to use?
Interfacing will be fine.
All right.
So
Interfacing -10. Hardware electronics would be a base.
or hardware electronics. Oh, that'll be better.
Yeah.
So base for that.
Complex systems. You guys are in the same room. You can volunteer Moxie to him.
I'll loan you a Moxie.
I'll take my last one. That's fine. So
Okay.
Okay.
Have you succeeded our roll?
Yes.
He shot the guy. Remember?
Yeah, you did shoot that guy.
Yeah.
Let's hope all of your
You can
combat
just flip
rolls
it to a
today.
9.
No, it was 87.
Oh,
so
okay,
that's
never
out, and I have a 60.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, sorry,
I thought it was. I misread it.
70. Yeah, so are there and 34 made it.
All right. You get it working.
I really expect them to crit fail.
You have no faith.
Plan B time. Let's plan B this shit.
Sorry.
Defend the thermal.
We all
cortical
can't
staff.
wait. We all can't hack in a bathroom stall today. I'm sorry.
So you pop in one of the John Smiths. You can talk to him through the terminal or go into symbol space with him. It will be safe. There's no fucking lawnmower man matrix bullshit. You can die or be hacked through this. It's as safe as it can be. You know, and they're exhumans. They don't have access to Titan level technology. They can't basilisk hack you. As far as you know.
Could I pull information out on psychosurgery?
Do you have psychosurgery?
I have psychosurgery.
It's a task Aston. You have to take over for hours. So you would have to keep the nurses out of the room.
Yeah, so probably too long.
Talking to them is however long. You can talk to them at a symbol space at an advanced speed if someone plugs in. Anybody with mesh inserts, which I think is you and you. Mm-hmm. So you can't because you flat.
And I do have
have a Jovian.
symbol space design,
Yeah.
so I can actually whip something up. So
Yeah, you could use that to give yourself a bonus to interrogate him if you want.
Can do.
Do you have interrogation? Is interrogation a skill? I always forget about that.
24 out of 60.
All right.
It's not.
24 out of 65 on single space design.
All right. Yeah. All right. What do you can design any kind of single space you want. You pop him in there. What is it? And you can change it at any time.
Oh yeah, it's just going to be a very Stark's cube room at this point, just a small interrogation room that I will expand.
Easy. Not in the medical software, but it's easy to throw together.
Yeah.
All right, so you can either both of you can go in, and you probably are just standing watch. So you'll have to intercept any nurses who.
So I'll go in as well.
Yeah, so we'll both go in.
All right, you go in there. He's there in a generic symbol space avatar, just a gray-shaped humanoid with no facial expressions. You don't have time to really, connect the face software to the ego. This is as basic as it can go. So, hello.
Pulling out.
Who are you? Why am I here?
So, well, I think the question right now is, who are you, John? Can we call you John?
Yes.
I'm gonna just call you John today. So, we understand you're having some fun in the factory, making big plans for your friends to come into this territory. Correct?
Verification not given. You are not a member of the group.
So, how can you tell that?
You are a hostile, presence. Where am I?
So, you're someplace safe.
Okay.
But the thing is, you're not going anywhere until you give us the information that we want.
Where will I go if I do give you what you want?
Someplace.
Okay.
It has puppies.
Well, that's like, I can't guarantee you it might be pleasant, but you'll go
Will I
someplace
have
else.
mesh access?
Depends on what you give us. So what can you give us? Who are you? What's your name? What are you doing for
I'm
us?
John. You called me John. I'm John.
Okay, John.
I'm John. I work with the group.
Okay, what's your group been up to for the last couple months?
I would like mesh access. I gave you information.
No, you have to give us far more of this, or we're going to make this interesting for you.
The schematics for the Liberty City maintenance tunnel network have the following specifications. They starts rattling off. The temperature threshold is between this and this Celsius degrees. Materials we avoid using nanomaterials. We use advanced carbon fibers. So he starts just rattling off technical data that a HAB worker would know.
Okay.
So if you want to make a play on him, one, you could use psychosurgery to torture him or rip stuff out of his brain, or you could use persuasion or deceit to try and tell him. But you can tell you can give me kinesics right off, so just from what you've been told. Both of you.
Failed that one.
I make kinesics.
All right, with kinesics, he's not super sophisticated, but he's not stupid. He knows that his stack is obviously held by. You don't know what. Obviously, have some sort of passcode system. Like, I am a member of the group. Here's my passcode. Here's this. But so he knows he's being interrogated by the enemy. Doesn't want to give up information, but he's not super sophisticated. So, you trying to trick him, you'd have to do basically really brute force psychosurgery to his brain, which would probably wipe out memories, but would make him more, If you just cut it.
John, I just want a map and detailed list of all of the security features of the Ordos facility that you and your friends have rigged up.
I do not want to give you that. That is contrary to the interests of the group. You are working against the group.
Yes, John, I am. But at one point you wanted to join the group, correct? Before you are or what you are now? When you were weak? When you were like us?
I was made
Do you
strong.
retain any memories like that?
I was made strong. I am the product of multiple previous generations through conflict and struggle. The weakness has been bred out of me through competitive evolutionary struggle.
Well, that's the beauty of this. We can put that weakness back in. My friend's here is a psychosurgeon, and the human mind is just riddled with cognitive blind spots and synaptic misfires that I'm sure you missed. So how about the introspect illusion? Present bias? Would you like some of that? Perhaps confirmation bias? We have big packets of those. We could just download those right in.
That would be an intimidate check.
Yeah.
So we have a whole
minus
massive
20
nerves.
unless Aaron can make a psychosurgery check.
Oh. Damn it.
So I'm threatening to make the exhuman.
Yeah. Well,
43, made it.
all right. Standard intimidation check.
I will spend a moxie. 18.
All right,
Okay.
with an 18.
That just kind of reads, oh, that's a little interesting piece of you that doesn't need to be there anymore. Wouldn't you say, John?
I...
Bit of beast that strength is
Please delete me. I will be restored from backup, and I would not have this weakness in me. Please delete me. So you've gotten to the second stage. He is now bargaining with you. He's just like, you kill me. So you can either let Aaron work on him some more. That'll take time. Or if you can come up with something else that will terrify him. So that was one thing that terrified him. So now he's just begging for mercy. Please kill me. So you need to just...
Give it that, but I'll kill you.
Okay.
That's all. I know their motivations. Be crazy fucking exhumans. I want to know how to kill them. Like,
all right.
So I want like a map of their
all right,
house.
persuasion check at a -10.
Fuck.
I can make a persuasion check.
I did not make that.
So,
You have to focus on psychosurgery.
Or do I need to be focused on psychosurgery?
You can psychosurgery as a replacement to that.
I'll try again. So
Basically tweak. Like,
psychosurgery
he's
is
still
a
resisting a
check.
little bit. You can just
Yeah.
delete that part of his willpower. And, you
But
know.
that's still a task action while
Yeah.
while you're taking
David
this
is
here.
guarding the
All right,
storage
yeah.
closet.
Yeah, so you can try that persuasion check.
Oh, I can try the persuasion? Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you one last try.
Okay, no problem. So,
It's a -10. It's a hard, tough sell.
okay, that's a 50, so I can possibly make it. Why do I suck so bad tonight?
All right. He's a crazy exhuman. They're not easy to break.
Yeah.
You're making progress, though. But David, while they're doing that, they're drooling at the terminals. You can see a nurse is going to come in soon. So you can intercept the room. It's not used that often because they don't really have much. They only sort of check people's egos to make sure that they're stable and intact, and they go about their business. They don't. This is kind of a basic, more sleeving facility. So, but she's going to come in there to do some sort of work. So. You can either lock the door, probably not the best idea, or intercept her before she steps in.
I'm going to intercept her.
Okay. Yeah. Slitting her throat is a really... you don't have to roll. You can just hitman the shit out of her. If you want.
Put on her clothes. No one will notice.
It is not a sexy nurse. It's just a nurse. So she sees you. Oh, hello. If I could just get by you, I have some work to do now.
Well, actually, my brother's using this room. We should have asked permission first. I'm so sorry, but he's praying for my sister. She's getting backed up, and the family is really, really religious.
But
I know it sounds weird, but
no, it's not weird at all. I mean, it's fine. I understand that, but that's a workroom. It's off limits to the. Was the door unlocked? I've been telling people they should be.
the door was unlocked and the room was open. We figured it would be okay if we just.
You haven't touched any of the machines in there, have you?
Oh no, not at all. But he is praying really, really hard, and
That's got to be bone solvent, right? You can't go in there because he's praying really, really hard.
That is a -20 persuasion check. At base. Or deceit. Sorry, deception. If you can quote script, do you have anything that would let you know what scripture is? Or if you, David the player, can quote anything, scripturally speaking, I will give you a +20 bonus. Or even just sound like it's from the Bible. Just like roleplay this shit for me.
hey, it's just like when Jesus was talking to Nicodemus on the eve before his crucifixion. As Jesus spoke with Nicodemus, he explained the reason for what he was going through, and though the elder did not understand exactly what he had planned, he understood afterwards. In fact, that's part of the reason why he came to involve Jesus later. He brought the stuff that proved that he was a king.
Oh my god, even I'm bored.
All right, +20 to your deceit or persuasion.
You're welcome. And that'll do it. 59 out of 60.
Well, I can give you another 15 minutes. Just don't tell anybody, and yeah. She is. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Hey, I'll make it up to you.
Yeah.
What's your name? Can I take you out for coffee afterwards?
All right, that's another.
And picking her up, too.
That's another deceit check. That's standard.
All right, what's your symbol space skill?
So you need the skill?
65.
So, yeah.
Is that
I can,
a critical success or a critical?
Yeah, that's a critical
I
success.
can make it anything.
All
I
right,
need
she
to, so.
pressed by.
I just don't know what would.
So you get half an hour before she will before you'll have to do something else. So that is one task action for psychosurgery with a +10 bonus. So you can use that to bypass.
No, use Symbol Space so we can go faster.
Okay, so
So roll Symbol Space design.
Is there any way that I can communicate with them while they're...
You can go back in.
made it.
Yeah.
All right, pull up a Neoprim. Symbol
There's a
Space.
terminal you can type in. Here, time limit 30 minutes. You get a system admin message time limit.
Neoprim. So he makes a Symbol Space check real quick. He pulls up your bog standard neo-primitive symbol space. So
Holy shit.
the joys of agrarian agriculture.
Oh, okay.
The wheat of the field, subsistence farming, like rediscovering textiles.
Did you make that?
He made it with an outside.
Oh, God. I just realized.
And I'm like, John, after we put all these into you, I'm going to accelerate the shit out of this symbol space and leave you here for eternity to rediscover a poet's life. Unless you give me what I want.
All right,
I'm going to make you more human than Wordsworth.
I don't know what that is.
If you don't give me what I want.
I approve.
All right, fortunately, Aaron, your job is greatly simplified because some employee of the clinic loaded Neo Farmville on this, which is a free-to-play symbol space. And
Weirdly, it's not popular.
And I just put the most pastoral
it's
music
really
that I can
popular in
find.
the Jovian Republic among the elite because with their space Oculus riffs, they can play it and enjoy the joys of agricultural
You
life.
said symbol space, just never mind.
So can I get another intimidation check? With
yes.
that to break him down?
Plus 10 bonus. How much did you fail by?
Can I loan him a Moxie?
Yes, you can.
Take a Moxie, Caleb. Take a Moxie.
That makes it.
All right, so it works. You break down his will. You've reduced this monstrous exhuman to a shell of a monster.
Exhuman.
Yeah.
It'll be nothing but Copeland music
He's just-
24/7.
Just human now. It's weird. So he's just a big bag of neuroses and anxieties and little
Welcome back to the fold. Give us what you know.
Wow. All right. So John Smith tells you he can tell you what you know. He says that at any given time, the actual facility itself is built to be reconfigurable because there are multiple stages in the project and also to deal with contingencies. That they have a full fabricator and sleeving facility within it, healing bats, and so he would not know the exact layout of it because they can change it. They can move things around. He does know that at any given time there would be 3 assistant doctors and then the plague doctor, which is apparently some sort of historical reference, but one of the exhuman leaders who is in a custom biomorph loaded with toxins and venoms and diseases.
Oh, hey, we met that guy.
Yeah, you did. You almost got him too.
He was a jerk.
He was, and he says there are not many defenses within it because the more defenses in there, the harder it is to work, and the doctors do a lot of work. However, the doctors have weird senses of humor. He says that they have contests to pass the time about building what they call the leftover specials. And he refuses to allow. You actually deleted that part of his brain by mistake, so you don't know what those are. But that doesn't sound good.
We have 2 more to play with it eventually. So
well, you don't have much time.
No, we need to get
I know.
out here.
And he says that there would be one. They have a. Because some of the exhumans in staging these kind of backsuit workers, some of the early models had psychosis problems. In fact, they do under great amounts of stress. So there is a freezer turret in place above the barracks. So there would be a freezer turret. That's one of the defenses. There's also smart mines are deployed. Also, the life support system can be switched to have deadly neurotoxin. So you probably don't want to lose life support in that. And the main terminal is rigged. They have nanotechnology, but they don't just use it wantonly because it has too much can cause more problems than it solves. But the main terminal is rigged with a nanoswarm trap of some sort.
So few defenses except for the freezer turret, smart minds, deadly neurotoxins, nanoswarms, and leftover experiments roaming the halls. Otherwise, it's just like a trip to Walmart.
Yeah.
Great.
Actually, that does sound like a trip to Walmart.
He says, well, there's no other fixed weapons, fixed weapon defenses, or seeker missiles or explosives. The doctors use anti-personnel weapons, not anti-armor weapons. There's a full operational fabricator with stores of weapon crates that can be, if you can hack the security codes on them, you could use them. They're just standard weapons. There's also... He also says in the barracks, because we keep needing parts, we keep getting people. And one time we found a guy who had an Earth artifact, a book. It was in leather. It was weird. Bible? I don't know. It's in the barracks. The doctors don't destroy it because they think it's funny to let the workers look over it. But when we go on a parts run, we bring back people. Sometimes they have stuff on them. Those of you, do you ask about what a parts run is?
No.
We have a good idea what that is,
Okay.
So we don't need it.
Yeah.
We don't need the will save.
What was that?
Okay, so that's the information we get from him. I roll interfacing.
Yeah.
To hide this section of the civil space.
Okay.
We're trapping him here forever, are we?
Till the soil, brave yeoman Jean.
All right, I'll give you both a moxie for that. You trapped him in Farmville. That's a fitting hell for anyone, especially an exhuman. So, good job.
We are the best team ever.
We should go. Let's go.
Yeah, unplugged.
Let's all go.
Yeah. All right. So you have 2 stacks left. That one you didn't have time to make a backup of, so you just you ruined 1 stack. But you have 2 left. But yeah, you got that. Melissa gets her backup. She gives you a cortical
Look like
stack.
you've gone through something really, really religious.
We don't have access to a Farcaster here. She can't Farcast out. That's the thing.
Well, they could Farcast out at the facility, though, right? Because they have a body bank and all that kind of shit.
They the guy says he doesn't know. The vac worker, the exhuman, didn't know.
We'll carry it with us.
But you can carry with you. Well, the military facilities would have that. So if there's a coup and you help a faction gets on top,
Yeah, we haven't used the coup yet.
We have that-
we
and-
can wait till we get the leverage.
And the our alternate faction.
And ideally, Melissa would not like to die and be re-sleeved off. She would like to get on a boat ship and go to Mars.
Well, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts with all the berries, she should suck it up for the team.
Well, she is willing to die for the cause.
Okay.
Jeez.
So with squad tactics, for those of it, like if we kick Black Ice out of his server for a little bit, could we run like space simulations and bonuses?
Sure.
Since we now have somewhat of a layout and
Yes.
all of the things we're going to be
Yeah,
facing.
you have an idea. You know, smart minds, you look up, they're literally bots with explosives strapped
Yeah,
to
they're
them.
just spiders that explode, basically.
Yeah. He said that there wouldn't be that many of them because they don't like having that many explosives in the facility. And most of their defenses, he says, most of the defenses were meant to pacify berserk experiments.
Smart minds are meant to wound. So
Yeah, and especially say some armored warrior who was wearing had a chitinous armor, but if you can get into his gooey bits, the neurotoxin can do its work. So wounding, not killing. So they don't have anti-armor stuff. It's anti-personnel. You can definitely run that. So that would be a squad security or a squad tactics.
for anyone who can symbol space, or just one person?
All 3 of you can do that. Like even David can help with that. So with the server, you can be plugged in.
I make my squad tactics roll.
Okay.
I can do some space design to help with that.
Yeah, that would help.
Squad tactics.
All right, you don't.
It's just a failure.
Well, it's not a critical failure, so you don't.
Let's see, would that spycraft?
How can he do it? He's a flat. If we're going to do accelerated symbol space training,
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, so you 3. Actually, I would say the server farm he can be plugged in. It will give me a will time. It would hurt you though.
Actually, tell me what you figured out. I've got a date with a nurse.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. David's got his own sympathy monster. All right. So.
Hey, I just hacked in the toilet.
Silence says, "Oh wait, I have some basic mesh inserts I could put in you."
No.
Are you sure? They're only slightly used.
Whenever I see Silas, I keep covering my face just to let him know
Yeah.
he is not needed here.
Negative techno-progressivism. Absolutely not.
Okay.
I am a Jovian. I may not be the best of Jovians.
You don't get a monster for that, David. That's just common sense.
Hey, look over there. Whoops, insert.
So I don't.
No,
Do I
you
get a bonus for that?
You will. You get. What'd you roll in your squad tactics?
24.
All right. You get a bonus of 2 moxie that you can use for that battle. For the any of you 3 can use. David cannot.
Oh, so it's a group one. Okay.
Yeah, it's a group moxie bonus. So that's just you like, oh wait, we shouldn't have done that. Yeah, like, oh, you cover. Yeah, take cover and then shoot and that kind of stuff. So
Are you going to do it, Tom? Any inserts?
Well, there's other things you can do.
You are a hacker. You could do the civil space training with us.
That would probably be a good idea.
No, he can just benefit from it. He doesn't have to make any skill rolls.
Okay.
Unless you want. Well, unless you have some skill that would help improve it.
I don't. I mean, security ops.
Security ops would work. It's literally one of the most relevant skills to this.
Shut up. Fine, I'm not even gonna do it. Fuck all y'all.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
66. What's your skill in it?
75. Or 70.
Profession.
Security ops.
7, yeah. Oh, yeah. Critical success. You get. I will say you have a pool of 10 moxie for everything for this entire battle.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yes, because you did that on your own initiative. Thank you. You can go back to your phone now.
Sorry, I keep getting messages.
I know. We all get messages. So you spend some time doing that. So you heal up from your wounds.
Yay!
Nano bandages and whatnot. Nobody nearly died this time, so nobody had their gut shot out, which helped.
What kind of weapons can we get?
Yes. All right. So yeah, Melissa says I can get the bots out, but after that, I'm out. I'm going AWOL. Basically, I wouldn't be the first officer who is grabbing what they can from the armory and disappearing, but they don't like that, so
It
they'll
seems
put
like a common occurrence.
Well, it's not super common yet, but like rats on a sinking ship, we're all fleeing. So they will shoot me after this. So I will be underground along with the rest of you. You'll lose all police access. All right. Well, there's the main thing is. The police bots are in lockup 1, or not the police bots, but the C's servitor robots. Butler bots, I think they're called. And we can up armor them, and there's also some kinetic machine guns that we already have. They're too big to really use for covert work, so we got them a few years ago and just haven't found a use for them. So we can strap those on there, and they can just provide cover fire. They're not going to be super accurate, but we got a ton of ammo, might as well use them. The armory, I can grab whatever I can carry and then carry it out with me. So you can just give me a shopping list. I can probably carry 5 long guns or 10 pistols, or one long gun is worth 2 pistols. Now, and I can't just take visitors into the police armory, but I guess we could, if we're going to do this, we might as well do this big. We could, blow a hole in the side of the wall and just grab and run. Or someone could hack open a door. I can give you a passcode to get in the police system, and then someone else opens up a window nearby, and I could throw bags out.
Well, how much do we need?
That's the thing. I don't know. I have access to everything. There's no plasma weapons.
I'd like 2 SMGs and some overload grenades.
That's it.
That's all I want.
All right. So basically, she has 10 points of weapons. Submachine guns are 1.5, so that 2 of them would be 3. And then overload grenade, I would say 5 grenades is 1 point. So
okay, that's what I want.
So that's 4 points, I think.
What do you guys want?
Heavy. That's heavy. Pistol, at least for me, since I'm doing that, and some
heavy rail pistol.
Yeah, do they have rails there?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, heavy rail pistol for me, and also some better armor because I don't.
All right, someone just
else.
write a lister here.
Okay, so
just write down 10 points. A pistol is 1 point. A rifle is 2 points. A submachine gun is 1.5 points.
Automatic rifle, railgun.
An assault rifle.
So you
That
were
would
wanting
be-
2 SMGs.
Yeah, that would be 2 points. So
I think
But
I'd
2 points for the
like to go
SMGs,
assault
then?
rifle
1.5 for an SMG because it's between a pistol and a.
Okay, so that'd be 3 for that, and then you
2 rifles, 1 for me, 1 for David.
Yeah,
That's 4 points.
Aaron's writing it down.
and you and the overload grenades.
So that's 4 for 8.
And she would
You
get
and armor. How
Yeah.
much is combat armor? Heavy combat armor?
Oh yeah, combat armor. Well, I can wear one suit because even though I'm a woman, I can. They change shape, change sizes for people, so I can wear one suit of combat armor.
So do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but helmet would be worth 1 point. The suit of armor would be worth 2 points. So, and I can only carry 10. If we need 10, I'm going to need help getting this stuff out of here. Either we open a door and I throw a bag through.
I can hack into
So the
there.
one suit's armor is free. I don't need a suit of armor because I fab myself one.
Yeah.
Do you need armor?
I have an armored vac suit.
You don't need armor because you can wear your armor for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm the only one who needs it because I just had to
we
go
have
back
2
to.
points left. So what do you want?
How about some armor piercing ammo?
So
Yeah, you can get it. Yeah, a specialist. 5. Let's see here.
Specials ammo?
Yeah, specialist
Yeah, special.
ammo would. They only have armor. They don't have everything, but they don't have the explosive armor piercing. They would have.
Do they have wrap?
No, that's military. Like, why would the police need?
Reactive armor?
Yeah.
okay, so I think armor
They
piercing would be
have
fine, though.
zap. They have standard. They have hollow points, and they have the stun
Well, let's
rounds.
do armor piercing then.
Yeah. So yeah, you can get a case of ammo for, I'd say, 2 points, and that would be enough ammo for all the guns.
Okay.
Well, then what's left for Aaron? So we should.
Yeah.
Well, is she giving me her armor? The armor.
Yeah, she gets one
Yeah,
armor.
but you need a gun too, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm getting. Yeah, that's. I'm
You
still.
didn't- Well, what about the guns from the dead exhumans?
Those were just heavy kinetics, weren't they?
They were heavy rail pistols. Black Eyes could reprogram them. Yeah.
They were-
Oh, yeah. Then never mind. I'll take that off, and I'll just.
All right, that's a list of
So. Yeah.
So that's
2
just
long guns, 2 SMGs, overload grenades.
That'd be 5 over.
She wears some armor.
She already had. Yeah. So she already has her
And
own
then-
personal suit of armor. So all the other Firewall agents have their own.
Yeah, so
stuff.
she wears some more armor out, and
Yeah.
then that's it.
Okay, so that's all she can carry on her own. So
Yeah.
she doesn't have to. She doesn't need your help, so she can
We don't
get
need
that.
another heist up in this bitch.
Are you sure?
No.
No, I think we're good. I think we're really good.
Yo, dog, I heard you like heists. How about a heist within your heist, so you can heist while you heist?
We're not doing the helmet again. I don't have a swarmoid for that.
Oh yeah, you're not getting any helmets in, are you?
No.
Helmet. They do have the police helmets with full specs. So she has one that
We
she
might need helmets. What do you think?
with T-ray emitters.
That's a heist. Do you want to get rid of weapons to get the helmets?
5 helmets would be 10 points. That'd be 1 extra bag. She could then, if someone could open the door, make an info check to open the door or open a window, she could then throw the bag out. You get the bag and walk away.
I can
so it'd
do
be a
that,
simple
no.
hack because she can get you in the system with her.
I just want to be clear right now. It's not going to be simple. We are going to fail the rolls, and it's going to be a whole thing.
It's going to be a whole thing.
Do you want it to be a whole thing? Or not?
It's not a whole.
That's the real
It's a
trick.
whole thing if you fail a check. A single info check.
And I still have a moxie. I still have a moxie.
Don't fool yourself. Cut that cognitive bias out of your head. It's a whole thing or nothing at all. That's the choice.
Getting all the crap rolls out of the way.
You
There
can't
you go.
do that, Aaron.
Yes, I can.
There are-
Shut up.
All right. They have autonomy.
I'll go along with whatever you guys want, but it's a whole thing. A helmet gives you +3 armor.
And
But it also doesn't it help with the other thing?
it has full. It has a
Specs.
full sensor suite: thermal, infrared, T-rays, all that
and
junk.
something about those leftovers makes me think that might come in handy.
Yeah, considering that we're going into a full assault. here.
Unless they have basilisk attacks, in which case it's
As far
gonna
as-
be more vectors of infection.
Firewall is pretty sure that exhumans only have access to the same level of technology they have. It's just what they choose to do with it that makes them so dangerous. If they had Titan level technology, Liberty City would be dead already. It would be a Titan quarantine zone by now. So at that point, you're pretty confident that they don't have basilisk hack stuff.
Well,
Because if they had a whole facility with fabbing and morph and sleeving,
They
and
would
they
just spread it.
they would
so.
just it would be existential. It would be doomsday. But they don't.
so I'll make that roll.
Okay, the hacking roll.
InfoSec.
Yeah, InfoSec.
What's your InfoSec at?
60.
So, mine's at 70. So,
Tom, what's your InfoSec at?
It is at 70.
All right, so
right.
either one of them could.
Well,
I
but
have a Moxie left.
as do I.
So
I would say let Aaron do it because he has 70 and a Moxie, and surely it's his.
And if he fails, he's the only one at risk.
I got my robot puppy.
I made my best case.
you really did.
So you get in. Give me that InfoSec check, Harry.
Thank you.
I was just trying to take the dice out of Aaron's hand.
I know.
Bam! 94.
Reverse.
Caleb earns a Moxie for being totally right.
All right, you reverse it. You succeed. You get a bag of helmets.
And the Moxie left, that's fine. So,
And you walk away. And Melissa joins you, and you drive away. And she is now gone from the police. She's a fugitive now, along with everyone else. Sullivan's up going to work after that day. He is now AWOL, and of course I guess you two are still okay to walk about, but you're a fugitive. Yeah. So
We're fine.
yeah.
we're ready for the raid. So.
Yeah, you are ready for the raid. It is kind of late blue.
But will
We'll
it be
just
a
read
raid?
next week.
Yeah, it's probably better to. You guys have actually an idea of what's in there. You have a montage before there of you getting ready. Black Ice has the schematics for the guns. It doesn't require, but you have to armor up the servitor bots. They're actually spray painted to look like butlers with little ties and everything like that.
Let's keep it that way.
Well, you have to put armor plates on them. It's basically like hillbilly armor. You're not welding, but just magnetically strapping them on there and then just bolting on kinetic machine guns, which are like M249s. And because
Got a black spray paint.
yeah.
Penguin it back up.
One of them has the portable server for Black Ice. He will be accompanying you.
Can it be carried on a armored silver tray?
No, you
It's a
don't want to make it a
butler
target.
bot.
So I guess we leave Father Hogan behind.
Father-
Black Ice is in the server. Renault is
with the
covered in human skin, I guess.
yeah. So the
Freshly harvested.
So the
I'm
Jovians,
sure.
basically the plan is you get to the closest you can to the sensor dead zone, the border, and then you rush in, kill whatever guards are guarding the entrance to the black box. He says your exhuman interrogation revealed that on average there would be about 3. Between all of you, you should be able to wipe them out pretty quickly. And they will set up Bartleby, Silence, and Melissa, and then the bots will set up a defensive perimeter while you guys decide how you want to get in. Remember, there's a maintenance tunnel. One man can go in there, and then there's the elevator shaft, which all of you can fit in. You have to take the even the portable server could fit in the tunnel if you wanted. If you want to go one at a time, or you could do both at the same time. They're pretty close to each other, so you could time it so you hit both of you hit the ground at the same time. So that's where we'll pick up. But that's your best bet to get in there, and then you just he also said there are 3 major points that you want to look for. There are 3 main terminals. There's 3 terminals that will have data that you're looking for. One is the main terminal, which is their operational plan server, has all their stuff. One is a terminal for their fabricator, where you'll get a history of everything they fabricated, blueprints, schematics, all that nanotech that they've been putting in there. You'll know all about that. And then one is a mesh terminal, which is wired into the Jovian system, which is what they use to relay messages covertly without being picked up by the Jovian security apparatus. So the also Black Ice tells you any room that he has portable bot server in. He also gives you a bunch of little, basically small customized ectos. He can hack the sensors of any given room so that they will be turned off, so they won't be able to spy on you in that room.
So as long as you get the ecto.
As long as you plant that ecto there after he hacks it. So
What's the main terminal control? So the mesh terminal is the message history. The fab terminal is the fab.
The main terminal control is their planning server. It's basically where they have all the details of the plan on it and figure out. They run simulations on how to optimize the fall. Fall 2.0.
Well, at least they're on top of it.
They are. So those are your three main targets. He can give you. He basically all you have to do is get the server bot to him, to each terminal, and you can rip it open.
Yay, an escort mission.
Yes, it is an escort mission, or you can hack it yourselves.
Here, I need time to hack. Hold off these hordes.
Yeah, well, Black Ice has 100% in InfoSec, so you can do it, or he can do it. And he is a portable server, so he can do brute force stuff much faster than you can. So it's up to you what you want to do.
Where'd we get this fucking drill?
Well, you that's the other thing. Yeah, there will be security doors that you'll have to get through, so you can take charge. Do any of you have demolitions?
Yes.
No, but we do have the 4
I
mining
do.
charges, and we're
I
bringing
have
Sullivan
demolitions
along.
at 45.
Well, Sullivan thought, do you want to take Sullivan with you? He was wanting to guard up front on top.
Oh, he can do that, yeah.
Yeah. If you have demolitions, you can take breaching charges. You can also get a plasma torch to cut it open. That'll take longer, obviously, but no skill check necessary.
Well, it might be good to take one along just in case.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we have the mining charges still. We have 4.
Yeah.
So
One will blow a door open if you make a demolitions check. If you fail the demolitions check, it'll still go off, but it'll
take time.
Yeah,
And
well,
not go off well.
It will not go off well. It will blow something up in the next room, or you, or
Yeah.
both, or it will be bad. And also make sure your suits don't get punctured. Deadly neurotoxin. deadly neurotoxin. Do any of you have a pharmacy or anything? Medicine?
Don't think so, no.
Got meta sheets.
All right.
Hoping for those meta sheets.
All right, so because the guy basically he tells you it's a deadly neurotoxin, but he wasn't a medical specialist, so he wasn't telling you. He doesn't know what the antidote would have been.
Yeah.
So you don't know enough to make your own antidote. Anyways,
We can
all right.
tell ourselves humorous stories while our faces rot off.
Pretty much.
Won't that be nice?
Oh,
all right.
Oh, I love this neurotoxin. His favorite food is faces.
Yay! All right, we'll see you guys next time.